tonight, guys. Stop playing. What? Stop playing, guys. Kimmy, do me a favor. Could you tag Kicks All Over? Just tell them that we're on. But guys, it's gonna be a great one. If y'all have any questions, please save them for the end of the interview. We'll make sure that we answer as many as we can. Kicks gets Lydia in my pant. Oh God. All right, guys. So Kicks All Over is here, guys. So please welcome the one, the only Atlanta's finest Kicks All Over, guys, to the podcast. Culture Talk, my guy. Let's get you in here. Boom.
What's
What's
up? What's
up?
up?
How we doing, dog?
Shit. Another day, brother. Another day.
I hear you. I hear you. So listen, during the interviews, usually what I tell people they can if they want. I usually swipe the chat over so that way
Yeah.
the chat
Um,
tends to get a little, it
yeah.
gets entertaining, so it kind of takes away from the interview. But
Daddy, no
I just want to say,
sauce in this.
All right, baby. Give me just a little bit, okay?
No sauce in
I don't
those.
have sauce. I don't have sauce.
No, I want the same thing as Kobe.
It's the same thing, baby. Y'all have the same popcorn.
I need to try that.
that dad life, bro. Trust me.
Yeah. Yeah.
How many kids do you have? If you
I
don't mind me
got
asking.
3 daughters.
Oh, it's all girls. Oh,
All
you're
girls.
outnumbered. Outnumbered out, man.
After the third one, I had to get clipped.
Oh yeah, no, trust me.
I was on. So
After my fifth one, I got clipped because my wife was like, "Yo," my second wife, she was like, "2, and that's it."
oh yeah.
But I was like, "I'm not. Yeah, no, I'm not missing. I couldn't pull out of a driveway if I tried."
Yeah. That's funny.
Well, yo, thank you so much for being here, man. I know the community's been talking a lot about this one, so um, I'm really excited to have you here, man. So thank you very much, dude, for jumping on.
Appreciate you having me.
Absolutely, man. So real quick, dude, just kind of, for those living under a rock that don't know who you are, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and how you got into this culture.
Oh man. What am I now? 29. 29 now. So, or I'll be 29 31st of this month. So, uh, I don't know, man. I've always been like a hustler, go getter. So
Hmm.
this was just it was a hobby at first. And, I don't know. I collected, I had my own personal collection and then I wanted to sell it all and, restart. So I got on Whatnot. Actually Logan was the one that told me. LJ, he's like, you need to get on Whatnot and try it. And I was like, whatever, I'll try it. I sold my personal collection. I was like, I didn't mind that.
Yeah, fuck it.
But that's how I really, to be honest with you, got in shoes. I actually the one I bought shoes from before I got into shoes was LJ. He was the one that sold me shoes for like 3 4 years. So
Oh, really?
he was into it before I was. And I would just, text him, when I had the funds to buy something and say, hey man, what do you got for me this week? And, he'd send me what he had and I'd buy whatever he had. Uh, but man, I just do so many different things. It's kind of hard to find like a place to start, if you want me to be honest with you. Like I just,
No, 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 man. Like,
what
I guess
baby?
so. What is it all that you kind of get into?
Oh yeah. So other companies are, I do bail bonding. So I
Okay.
get people out of jail. And I mean, the best way to think of it is like Dog the Bounty Hunter. It's kind of like
Oh
that.
yeah, 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 yeah.
I also do I got tow truck service.
Mhm.
So we do for like the Georgia State Patrol, the county, and the city. So wrecks, accidents, and stuff. We do that as well. Right under 200 rental houses. It's like 187 rental houses. Uh,
Damn. Okay, so you've got assets.
yeah, and then got a car dealership as well, used cars.
Okay. Damn,
So,
so in the middle of all of this, sneakers was
mhm.
just one of those things that you
Well,
still wanted to
you know,
do it.
I got a passion for it. Like I enjoy the stories behind them. I enjoy the culture with it. I enjoy the people.
Mhm.
There's a lot of good people in this community. And
Oh,
I've
absolutely.
made a lot of good friends through this. I've met a lot of good
Mhm.
people. You meet the bad with the good, but that's with everything.
Absolutely. I think that's the one thing, and I talk about it with other people that when you see these other platforms introducing like live social shopping, and I know a lot of them want what Whatnot has, but I think the one thing that is just going to take them time if they ever do it is the community aspect.
Hmm.
The Whatnot community is just it's on another level, man. It's crazy how they support. It's crazy how we make friends, everyone knows each other,
Hmm.
everyone supports each other. So it's one of those, man, that kind of took me by surprise. Once you're kind of like you're in, like
Yeah.
they're gonna ride for you, bro.
Well, and
Um,
you adapt to certain, drift to certain people, and you'll drift away from other people as time goes. But I think you stand with the people that stand with you as well. That's the one thing I've
absolutely.
noticed.
Uh-huh.
And man, there's people that I used to rock with when I started, and I don't talk to them no more because it was just kind of one of those things where I had their back, they didn't have my back, and it was just it didn't feel as much of a community as what I was used to. So I step back, readjust my friendships, and
Mm.
kept
And
the ones that were close to
what do
me.
you what do you think it was? What do you think it was more because you're a public figure, you're catching all this limelight? Do you think it was like money, envy or God knows what? Like what do you think it was that kind of for me personally, I've seen like it's like when money gets involved, that's when like the truest intentions come out in people, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, man, money ruins like all friendships, and
Yeah.
it can ruin the best of the best. And it just so really, any type of friendships I have, whether it's I buy from you, I sell to you, I try to eliminate the money factor because like I've never done this for the dollar, like
Yeah,
it was always I loved it, and I enjoyed it, and
for sure.
I could make money doing it, but it was never about the money. It was always about um as you can tell, I don't like all my eggs in one basket. So
Of
I've always
course.
tried to, I try to do something new, and I've never been a
Yeah.
part of like everything else I do is not live selling aspect, and this is live selling. So I really like that aspect of it, and um, I just stuck with it, and
Yeah.
like got full time employees with it now, and it just I always look back if I ever get down, like you get a bad stream or something like that, you just look back, where did I start? And you just look at like you think back a year, 6 months, 2 years, and it's just like, wow, like we've actually like grown. Like this was just a bad day. And
Yep,
like
for
I
real.
just and you're just like you just sit in awe, you're just like, I've came a long way from what I used to be,
So
you
how
know.
long were you like how long have you been on Whatnot?
September of 23 is when I got on Whatnot.
Oh, damn, you got a little bit on before I got
Yeah,
November 2023.
yeah, so it wasn't like super long. I did because I mean, I'd come home, I'd work because my days typically start at like 6:30. So
Mhm.
uh, after I get done at my office and make sure everybody's done there, I shoot, home with the kids, make sure they're straight, and then I'll come straight to the warehouse and start working on shoe stuff. Because initially, when I started the shoes, I started in one of the spare rooms I had in my house,
Yeah.
and I outgrew that really fast. I was like, wow, this is way faster than I expected it to be.
Yeah.
8 months down the road, I bought a repoed shed, basically like what was it, like a 20 by 40 shed. I stuck it
Mhm.
in my backyard, ran power to it, and put the walls and stuff in it, and I just did it there because it was just. And then I outgrew that really fast. I was
Oh, wow.
wow, I mean, just the amount of stuff that I had in there, and then I found warehouse space, and that's where we're at now, and we're about outgrow that as well, and it's just the growth is just it's amazing, and as we've done it, as I've heard you talk in your previous streams, like the shoes that sell good and the shoes that don't, like it just changed. Like when I first started, Jordan ones were going for $500, $600.
Oh,
Like it wasn't.
yeah, bro.
I could sell a Jordan one Mocha for $300 with my eyes closed. Didn't even have
Mm.
to show the shoe. And now but it changed. You just got to adapt with it. And I like that. I like the adapt. Because
Yeah. It's a
the
pivot.
r- yeah,
It's a
it's a pivot,
pivot.
and it's kind of it's kind of a rude way to say it, but it's kind of like a lead follow, get the fuck out of the way.
Yeah, I'm telling
Uh,
you, because if you don't, what happens is that the game changes, and if you don't
mhm,
change with it, it's where
mhm.
you end up kinda, like, falling
You
behind,
get left
and then
behind, and
yeah,
and
I
it's
think
it's just you just adapt, like like you said, you adapt. And one thing that I don't plan on doing the TikTok. It's not for me.
yeah, for sure.
I can't run those GR SKUs and run 500 of them. I just that's not the love in it for me. Like
Yeah, no, yeah,
it's
absolutely.
I like I like having variety of what I have. I like having the stuff that's a little bit harder to acquire. I like
Yeah,
I like. And that's where you meet the good people. You don't meet the good people. They can go buy that on StockX. They can go buy it on Adidas. They can go buy it on Nike. They can go to their local outlet and buy it. It's just that's just not for me. Not to knock anybody that does it. It's just
Absolutely. Yeah.
everybody's got their own hustle. And I respect it. I respect hustle, and I'm not one to knock anybody's hustle. I like how everyone is different and does their own thing, and I think that's the way you need to be. Don't if you copy somebody in any way, shape, or form, find a way to make it your own.
Yes.
Maybe you took
Yeah.
something from them, but if I do take anything from somebody, I'll let them know I love your idea. But I do
Yeah.
want to, I want to pivot off of it a little bit and make it my own as well.
But I think
And
it's important, man, because there are certain people, man, that just have a good formula, bro. And I think at the end of the day, if ever you're, it's not competing, it's just we're all coworkers, But
yeah,
there's
one
there's
hundred
there's
percent.
yeah, there's plenty of people that we can service, man. Like I'm not looking to battle someone for I don't give a fuck how many or what you're doing. But if something that works and like you
Hmm.
said, tweak it,
Oh,
I
if you there's one thing that I did a long time ago, and I'm always changing up and seeing what catches. I will
yeah,
try something new in a heartbeat. I've done the hats, I've done the shirts, I've done like you. One thing I love that you did, it was very first shoe I ever bought from you was a fragment. I don't know if you remember that. I bought a fragment off of you,
uh-huh. I
and
remember the low,
you had
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You had it was a key tag on it or whatever. Like, and it was just like
Yes.
that was like your mark. Like that's what you did. Nobody else did that.
Yeah.
It was just it's unique, and it's
And I
something
still
some.
Yeah, and I still try to do something to where because for me it's about I'm in it for the consumer, man. I'm in it for the
Mhm,
buyer, for the collector. And I
100%.
and I think that's why I took because man, people every time I meet people like at sneaker cons or anything, they're always just like, dude, you really do clean every single shoe? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, do you lose? I was like, yeah, but the customer wins
Mhm,
personally. You know,
mhm,
like, I don't mind it because, like, what I want my product to speak for itself, so and that was kinda, like, the one thing that when I jumped on Whatnot, because I was a buyer like everyone else at first,
mhm,
but I would see the shoes, and when they would come in, and I'd be like, "Fucking hell, I would never put my foot in this," and
mhm,
then that's kinda where I found I was like, "Man, if no one's doing this, maybe I could kinda, like, wiggle through with
mhm.
something new," and thankfully, it took off, and but I like from you, from Kev, man, like the drinking, fucking the shots and shit I got from you because I was like, yo, let's have fun. Oh, I can't hear you. Uh,
You can't hear me?
oh, there we go.
Okay.
Sorry. I don't know what that
Um,
was.
um, man, what was I gonna say? Oh, I just look at it. You said this one time. You give them what is it? 90 minutes. You give them is typically
Mhm.
your show. Think about like you've got to because all they got to do is swipe up, swipe down.
That's it.
So make it entertaining. Make it a place they want to be. They want to be there.
Yeah, yeah,
And I want them to spend their time with me. Just like I try to remember any customer that like if I see somebody that buys or whatever, I try to remember their size. I try to remember the stuff they like, just because I care about that connection.
yeah, for sure. Yeah,
And that's what matters to me. I want that blows people's mind. Is that's the one thing I've noticed that blows people's mind. Like usually, if I see somebody comment in my chat, I try to acknowledge them because it's hard to acknowledge everybody. I'm pretty sure
it
you know
is.
that.
Yes,
It's
yes,
so hard.
yes.
So like I try to give everyone the recognition that I can, say their name, what's up? Are you looking for anything today? Like I saw you in here last time. I think you're a size 11 and a half, whatever. And they're like, I can't believe you remember that. That's just the little things that I do care about. And um friendships and partnerships is literally how this life works. Like
Yeah,
that's
for
and
sure.
that's the only way you get anywhere in life nowadays is like it's all about who you know.
Yeah,
Like man, you should see people's face when they're like, I mean, I've been to sneaker events and they're like, oh my god, your kicks all over. I'm like, brother, I'm just another guy. I promise.
yeah,
I work just like you do, dog.
yeah, for real.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I put in work just like you do. I got kids just like you do. Like and like, will you take a picture? I'm like, dude, I'd be honored to take a picture with you. Like
yeah,
I'm not anybody
absolutely.
special. I'm glad I made your day. And I've
Yes,
had people, and that's one thing that's kept me going a lot is when people are just like, man, dude, like you've came in and helped me because like, man, if I got some extra money laying around or whatever, and I can do a rerun for somebody or buy a sponsor, just
yeah,
do a little extra for somebody, man. It just you don't know what that does for that person. You know, like
Absolutely.
you help me
Absolutely.
keep pushing, like, because sometimes, like, if I see somebody's chat, like, and they're streaming, man, I try to go in there and do what I can. You know, I'm just another guy, like I said. So I try to show them that, like, yeah, us bigger people will 100% come in there and show them support as well. Because I try to, especially if you're a streamer and you buy from me, or you come in my show, I want to return that favor. I want you to show you that I want to be there for you as well. But, like, it's
Absolutely.
just it's just unfortunate sometimes that when some other people are live, I got my kids, or I'm doing. I'm always, when I tell you I'm going, 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 I don't stop. Like, I'm 100 miles an hour, all brakes, or all gas, no brakes. Like,
And yo, I get that, man, because I feel bad, yo, because I'm never on the app because I'm like you,
Mhm,
dude. I own a business. I have 5 kids. My daughter's about to fucking. I'm about to be a grandpa. Like, my life is always
mhm,
to sit
mhm.
down and just be on the phone is like it's usually we're working. If I do
Yeah,
have that time, it's like, let me close this deal. Let me hit up my messages and all that. But
yeah,
I wish I had more time to be. My wife will sometimes, get on and just kind of show face for us because I
yeah,
wish I could, man. But I'm like you, dude. I'm trucking, man. It's 1,000 miles an hour, bro. So, but I think those few little things that you do because I saw you did a collab stream with the 513. You
yeah.
did a collab stream.
Everybody loved the fight, man. I get that all the time. Like, man, when are y'all doing?
Yeah,
Like, because he's just never let loose like that. And another one that we did recently was with Mets.
yeah. I
Man,
saw.
I ain't never
Yeah,
seen him drink, and it was just got him to loosen up a little bit, and he liked it. He's like, damn, that felt kind of good.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I was gonna
It was-
ask if you were gonna drink tonight, but then I was like, damn, I forgot he's got his kids
yeah,
with
I
him.
got
Yeah.
I try not to do that when I have the girls, just because,
No,
like,
for sure.
I try to always be 100%, on my P's and
Locked
Q's when
in.
I got them. Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's so if that's another question people have, because my stream days did change a lot. It was because whenever I had the girls, that was changing. It was kind of one of those things where they were changing, so I had to adapt, and I try to always stay consistent with my stream days. And
What days are your
right now,
stream days?
so, like, right now, LJ is going live on Tuesdays. He's trying Mondays out, like, in the earlier in the day, and
Uh-huh.
we're trying to work, like, every other Fridays in. It's just they're so saturated.
Yeah.
So, but my days that I go live are typically like Wednesday, Thursday, and I'm gonna try to start implementing, like, a Saturday, Sunday in there. It's
Yeah.
just I try not to take any time away from my girls when I have them, and that's like,
No, chill.
if
Yeah.
anybody ever tries to reach out to me, man, when I have them, I try to put the phone down. I try to give them my
Yeah.
full attention, because I feel like they deserve that. I would want the same thing. Ain't nothing worse than when you're trying to talk to somebody, they're on their phone.
It's the
So,
well, because attention's all drawn out. And the thing is
mhm,
that like, yo, these are the years they go by so quick. Like I have three teenagers, and I spent most of my years working. And but
yeah,
before I knew it, they're 16, 17, they're
bro,
doing their thing. You're like,
man.
fuck,
When I
I
tell
missed
you,
it.
like, I graduated high school in, like, was it 2014 or 2015, and, like,
Mhm.
it's 2026, and that's just mind blowing to me. Like, so that was another thing. So when I got out of high school, I went to, like, a local college for, like, the first 2 years, knocked my core classes out, and then I transferred all my stuff to UGA. So I was in UGA doing my CPA degree. Well, I ended up having a kid, basically. So I had 1 year left, and I let it. I was like, man, I can't. Like, I let it go. I
Yeah.
walked away from it, and now I have three. Which my oldest, she's actually adopted. Uh, so
And how old are they?
it's 12, 8, 12, 6, and 4. 12, 6, and
Okay.
4. But it was just, I had to come to, like, a realization. Uh, I know you asked me this earlier, but I kind of, when I tell you my brain just jumps like
That's
crazy.
okay. That's okay.
Before I started shoes, though, and before I started all the other companies, I used to do mobile detailing, and I was I
Oh,
was
okay.
I was really big locally with mobile detailing. Like, I had a bunch of commercial contracts. Like, I was busy. I did airplanes. I did all kinds of stuff, and I really, and I enjoyed, like, kind of how you do. Like, you actually enjoy cleaning the shoe.
I
Like,
do. Yeah.
I man, you should see. Like, I got a stack of, like, if I were to show you, like, I got a whole station set up. Like, I'll ice the shoe. Like, I'm one person, so I can only do so many of my shoes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So like, yeah, I have another guy at the warehouse. He cleans like the more generic shoes, and then I got another guy. His name's T Sizzle. He'll help with like the suede and stuff. Like we just kind of try to work together as a team and make sure
Uh-huh.
everything's as clean as we can possibly clean it. Don't get me wrong. I've had shoes slip through the cracks because I try to. There's a number I try to push out every week, every month, every stream, and
Yeah.
sometimes there's just one that falls through the cracks. But like when I'm touching it, I try to make sure if it's got set, move it to the side. I'm not selling it. If it's missing a lace, I ain't doing it. If it's missing, if it misses anything and I don't like it, if anybody, you can, I promise you, I slide it to the side. And if it's not
I
right, I will 100% make it right because I'm not one. What about souls? It's crazy. He bought a this one time it was like a Europe exclusive shoe. It's like some Fila shoe. Him and Dr. Sheldon.
Uh-huh.
They man, they reran this shoe like I don't even know, bro. It was like I want to say like 15, 16 times. And then they parted out the laces and then they parted out the insoles, and then they parted out the box. And
What the fuck?
they were just
Like
sending it all over the place. Well, he sent me a picture. What he sent? I think it was today, and it was a picture of the insole with my signature, the date I signed it, and all that stuff. And he
uh-huh.
put it right next to his Travis Scott's. I'm like, I texted him. I said, having me next to the Travis Scott's is kind of crazy. That's kind of
That is
crazy.
kind of cool, yeah. But that's the community that is,
Yeah.
whatnot. And yeah,
Mhm.
and you've built a hell of a name, dude, because I know I know I was just at Metcake's house, and he was telling me about like when y'all collabed and he was like
Mhm.
very grateful, appreciative, like he loved it. It was like one of his best streams. And as you as a person with the platform, is it something that you make it a point to try to make sure that the next gen of resellers that are coming up in the app, like you'll give them a somewhat of a leg to stand on, to kind of like get that little push over the hump.
So man, the one thing that because I hate to say it, but I've had more people come to me than I would like to admit because I'm like, man, I wish I could give you more advice than because I learn every day. I try to learn something new,
Yeah,
whatever it is, whether it's
yeah,
about shoes, whether it's about just something. I try to learn something new every day. I learn every day, and I promise you, all the big dogs are learning every day.
yeah, absolutely, yeah,
And like if you're not learning, you're doing something wrong. Like you
for
you need
sure.
to be on your P's and Q's at all times because if you don't, like we said earlier, you're going to get left behind. So, it's kind of one of those things like when you have something, try your best at like you say it all the time. When you get a shoe and you don't know, man, you do research on it because you're like, I didn't know that.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
And like it's good to do your research on it and it helps you know the background and it helps you, it honestly helps you sell the shoe better too when you know what you're talking about. Because
absolutely.
when I tell you, I have undersold so many shoes because I didn't even know what the fuck I had in my hand. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I
All right,
bet.
bro, did you
Yeah.
just sell that for $100? I did just sell it for $100. You're right. Do you know that's a $500 shoe? Now I do. Now I do.
Let me
And
write
it's
that down
just
real quick.
yeah,
Oh shit.
yeah.
Let's take
Because
a
I
note.
used to do as you did. I had sticky notes damn everywhere. I had packs of
Bro.
sticky notes, this and that. Because
Yes.
yes, I knew my basics on shoes. I knew my basic SBs. I knew my basic Jordans. I knew my basic like retros and stuff like that. But like the OG stuff. Like there's just some stuff I didn't know. And
Yeah.
I learn every day. I learn every day. And if you're not learning, man, you're doing something wrong. And like you said, I'm all for helping the younger generation. I'm all for helping somebody that wants to do something or change something.
Yeah.
I'm 100% there for you. I'll do anything I can for you. I'll give you the shirt off my back if I have to.
Yeah.
But the main thing I try to tell them is be unique and be yourself. If you can't be yourself, because don't get me wrong, I play a character when I'm live. I play the
We
guy.
all
I
do.
do the
Yeah, yeah.
scream. You gotta.
Yes.
I put the suit on, but like truthfully,
Exactly.
down to the core, that's me though. That's me.
Yeah.
Like that's me having a good time. If you were to catch me in my other work environment, you're like, dude, this guy's he does not smile. Like I'm,
That's not kicks.
strictly.
No,
That's
that's
not kicks. That's not kicks.
yeah.
That's Jay. That's you
That's
gotta.
Jay. Yes,
That's
yes.
Jay. Gotta. He's different, but
Yeah.
man, it's just I want everybody to be successful. So and you can all be successful in your own way. Like
Yes. Yeah.
I, man, there's just so many different ways, and there's the one thing I used to do too, man, is I don't mean to get off track, man. I have ADHD real bad,
No, please, yo. Yeah.
but
Take your time.
but
You're the superstar of the show today.
one thing that I used to I did this whenever I was like a year in. I wrote down. I was like, man, this. What blows my mind more than anything? The states that we're shipping stuff to. I
Oh
sold it.
God.
In like I wrote it down. When I tell you, I hit 50 states quicker than I could. Like this was 2 streams. I'm like, what am I? Did I just sell a shoe in 50 states? And
Yeah.
I would write every because when in the labels print, you got the states, and I would just write the states down. I didn't write their
Oh
names down. I just wrote
wow.
the states down. I was like, wow, I
Just
just sold it
a
to you with this
pin.
state. Wow, I
Yeah.
just sold overseas. Like it's just crazy. Like I was like, I'm touching people everywhere. Like,
Yes.
and they could be anywhere else, but they chose to be with me right there in that moment.
Yeah.
And like, I can't be more than I'm just all I can do is be grateful. I just that's all I can be. So like,
The
man,
the overseas ones are the crazy ones. I remember when I got my first like
yeah,
Japan
yeah,
label, and I'm doing the math like, what time is it in fucking Japan for you
yeah,
to be shopping at
mm-hmm,
8:30 at night? And
mm-hmm,
sure enough, dude, it's fucking something crazy. And I'm like, oh wow. But it
yeah.
is, yo, like you start getting those Canada, London labels, fucking, you're like,
Right.
oh shit,
And you're like,
this
what
is
is
a
this, bro? This looks different. Like, oh,
yeah,
and
dude,
like when
like
you
yo,
first get there,
where do I put these stickers?
yeah, what's going
Yeah.
on? Chat
Got
GPT, that real
customs
quick.
and shit. Oh, yeah, for real.
Yeah,
Where does this custom declaration go on? Jesus.
yeah, yeah. It's awesome, man. Like I love it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change it for the world, man. I really enjoy it. I enjoy the people I meet. I enjoy the energy. I enjoy the shoes. I enjoy every aspect of it.
yeah,
And like you said, like everybody asks me, do you really make money? Man, I make money, I lose money, but you can't win without losing. Like you can't grow without learning from mistakes. Like there's some shoes I don't buy no more because they don't pay for it. And well, if
yeah,
you're not
yeah,
gonna pay
yeah.
for it, I can't pay for like it just doesn't make sense. Cause at the end of the day, it does no good to just blow the money because then you can't produce the shoes for the people anymore.
Yes.
So like I've always wanted to buy and provide a good product and products people want.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like my clothes and like the knives that I did and like just do stuff that other people aren't doing. And I try to always have something that somebody wants and would use and would wear and all the things. And just man, I don't know. You just try to always 1%, 1% better every day, man. That's the one thing I've always tried to do and stick with
Now,
it.
and you're from Atlanta, right? Like born and bred?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm from so actually, like, if anybody knows where Vampire Diaries, that TV show series that was
Uh-huh.
big, so that's the town I'm from. It's Covington. It's 45 minutes southeast of Atlanta.
Oh shit, okay.
Yeah, so really, I just when people ask, I'm from Atlanta, and I can say that versus and if they want to know more specific, I just say Vampire Diaries, and they usually know. Yeah,
They kind of like right then and there.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So then tell me this, man. Do you feel because there's not a lot of like southern streamers.
yeah.
And I say that because like I feel like one thing I've always noticed about Southern streamers is that there's that Southern hospitality that I feel
Hmm.
like we all carry. Um, and sometimes I feel like people don't know how to take it because I don't know, like like up east, I don't know how they are in the West or nothing, but
Hmm.
like we're just very like, thank you, ma'am, yes, sir, like hold doors, and sometimes they're like, damn, do you really nice? And I'm like, well, I mean, yeah, it's that's how we're bred. It's hold the
Yeah.
doors, it's yes, ma'am, no, ma'ams. Um, and do you think that that's something that has probably given you your little edge as far as like, your authenticity and how people kind of like just are drawn to you because of, that Southern kindness that we carry?
Yeah. So speaking on that, man, that's one thing I've always been curious of because when they see me, they're like, "What are you doing holding a Jordan? Like, you should be like uh, rounding up cattle and stuff." Like,
Yeah,
I'm like,
Jesus.
like, where
Fucking
do y'all
Dutton
think I'm
Ranch over
from?
here.
Yeah, I'm like, what is this? And they're like, dude,
Yeah.
you don't look like you need to be touching shoes. Like, what are you doing? Like, they feel like I'm out of place. I'm like, no, like I mean, not this way. And then another thing, speaking on that, like I just want like a really, really good friend. I don't know if they're in here right now, but uh, I found out that man, it took some like persuasion of people. Like, you need to go watch this guy. Like, he has a good time. He's a good guy. Like, man, I went in there one time and he just seems like a fucking dick.
And
And
who
it's
is it?
just like, I don't know if you've been here. Recon, are you in here?
Oh, but he's your boy.
Well, no, I mean, I know him. Like he just buys from me. Like he's a good guy.
Uh-huh.
Well, long story short, he told I think it was Shannon. He's like, hey, he's kind of a douchebag. And I was like, damn, he thought I was a douchebag. And they're like, no, just give him like 10 minutes. Give him like 10 minutes and let him get warmed up. Cause I guess he swiped into the chat one time.
Uh-huh.
And I'm big on, like, I don't know if you've ever been there. I'll talk shit with people in the chat. You know,
Oh, all the time.
even the
Yes.
people that, like, you know, like if they ain't gonna buy and they're talking, bro, I'll talk back with you all day.
All day,
I'm not as
yes.
good. I'm not as good as soul supremacy, but I try to throw them right at them, and it just,
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
know, it keeps the chat moving. You know, keeps
It
people
does, it
having
does, it
fun, good
does,
time.
yes.
It gives people
Yeah.
a good laugh, man. I love to give people a good laugh. But like I found out, like I've had a lot of people. They're like, dude, you were hard to watch at first. I was like, I get it, man. I'm not like that's my own mark. Like I get that I'm hard to watch at first, but as soon as you're in there for a few minutes, like you can
Yeah.
kick back and enjoy yourself because like you realize I don't mean any harm. Like anything I say or do, it's truly I don't mean any harm by it at all.
I mean, it's a
And
show. We're putting on a show.
yeah, and
At
at
the
the
end
end
of
of
the
the day,
day.
like
Yeah.
I tell everybody like I don't take offense to it. I really don't, man. I really don't. But like I'm here for a good time, not a long time. You know, I
There
want
you
it to
go.
be. Well, see, that somebody said that in Harris. Said, I thought you were a dick at first too. Like just people will join in and I'm going at it with somebody in the chat and I don't mean if you're in there talking with
Yeah.
me I don't mean nothing by it. And like that's where you said like you said the Southern hospitality, like those people that have grown to know me and been there since like the day ones and stuff like that,
Yeah.
man, they're like they'll cut up with it too. And like it's a good time. I have a good time, they have a good time, that's all that matters, you know.
That's the most important thing. And the thing is that like you talking shit to the chat is
Hmm.
engagement, you know, because
Hmm.
I don't know when I thought about the chat, I thought about of like, you know, or the channel is like cheers, you know, like I want someone like I know my people. And then every time there's a new buyer, it's a shot. Like we're officially
I like how you do that. I like how you
yeah,
do that. I like how, man, and I've seen you do that so many times where I'll just be in there sitting, you know, and it's a new buyer. They may not have said nothing. You're like, well, I appreciate you, shot for you, and it's just
yeah,
that's your mark, you know. It is what
yeah.
it is, and yeah, I love it. You know, it's just and like you said, that's another mark. Like when man, that I felt good, you know.
Like
So
yo, damn, like I'm part of the family now.
yeah, I'm part of the
But
family
then
now. I like it. I like it.
yeah, you
Yeah,
get
yeah,
your
yeah.
15th, 16th new buyer, then I'm like, fuck, it's a new
Yeah, you're
buyer.
like, woo, yeah.
Shit.
Yeah,
Okay, let's go.
baby, slide me the apple juice. Slide the apple
Yo,
juice.
baby, just make it. Just put some caramel, girl. I
Yeah,
just need it to look like it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh
But I
yeah.
think it's one of those. I mean, you've built a great community, bro. And I think for the most part, do you do any like selling? Like, is it like strictly on Whatnot, or do you have other platforms that you tend to push units through?
So like this was really big for me for the longest time, and I don't know which route I'm going to take it because it does take time, it does take energy, it does take away from whatnot. But I wanted to build like a hybrid model. You know, I wanted to have some exclusive stuff. I wanted to have something for everybody so that when you came in, I had something for you. You know,
For sure. Yeah.
whether you had $1,000 plus or you had $30, you know,
Yeah.
whatever it is, I wanted to be able to sell something to everybody. I wanted to be able to provide to everybody. And it's really hard. And I just go back to I mean, it's a long old saying, you can't make everybody happy. You can't.
Yes. Yes.
So, you know, you get the $30 shoes. Well, you know, it's not brand new. It doesn't have a box. Okay. Well, it wouldn't have been $30, you know, like
Yeah.
and then same thing with the expensive shoes. Well, it's cost too much. Well, it's an expensive shoe. So it's just, so
It's a give and take. Yeah.
it is a give and take
Mm,
100%. But to
yeah.
answer your question, like I have a website where if any of my inventory that's like the higher end stuff is on like eBay, it'll be posted on eBay on my website. So I do have those as well.
Uh-huh.
So like I have a big eBay page or whatever that I've been selling on for probably about a year now. And it does good. It moves the more higher end stuff that like sometimes whatnot tops out at a certain number for me, like a shoe at this value usually tops out at this, and like I know that it's not going to go over that, but like sometimes I'll run it because why not, it's for the culture, I want them to
Yes,
get the deal too,
exactly.
bro. And
Yeah.
usually the steals are going to a really good person, that's my biggest thing, like I just want you to, as long as you enjoy it, that's all that matters.
Yeah, and I tell customers all the time, I'm like, look, dude, if you don't love your shoe, send that shit. But I don't even want you having my shoe. Cause I
Mm-hmm.
really do put time into it. Like, and that's why, like, I try to do the best that I can. If that wasn't enough, yeah, man, fuck it, send it back. I'd rather rip it and let somebody who really wants it. It don't
Yeah.
happen too often, thank God, but
Mm-mm. But
when they
like
do, Yeah, I'm
It,
not
you
arguing.
can't make everybody happy, man.
Yeah.
I've done all kinds of gift, man. One time I gave away a special box Strange Love. DS
What?
special box Strange Love, yes.
What the heck?
Um, and you won't believe this. The person that won it complained.
That's crazy. But hell no.
You know what the
What did they
complaint was?
say?
It wasn't their size, so they didn't want it.
Fuck you.
Yeah,
God damn. Oh,
and
I'm so sorry.
it went. They submitted it to whatnot. I was like, well, you can't take it. I gave it away. I didn't. They didn't. I didn't sell it. It was free.
It's
Like they didn't.
gift.
It wasn't even a buyer's giveaway. It was just a giveaway. It was like my
We do
10K stream. It was like when I was like, I was like, I told
we
Logan,
doing something stupid.
I was like,
Yes.
we gonna blow the walls off this motherfucker. We gonna go
Stop
crazy.
playing. Oh
And he's like, you
God.
know what you paid for that, right? I was like, you damn right, I know what I paid for it. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I was like, it's worth it. You know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And you know that's why I do that. Stuff from time to time. I'll buy something like a shoe and I gift it to him, like keep it or give it
Yeah.
away, or like I try to always, man. That is if you've ever had that done for you, like I've had that done a couple times now, and it's just like, damn, dude, they did not have to do. They spent their hard earned money,
Yeah.
and
No, chill. When you
and
gave me the Callies, like 60% of my collection have been just from people that are like, yo, coach, you keep it, dude. Yeah.
yeah,
Like
yeah, it's just,
it,
man,
those are the
I'm
ones that mean the most for whatever the reason. Like those
mm,
shoes. And they're
oh
not even
man,
the bangers. They're gifts. Someone, like
yeah,
you said, spent their hard-earned money, chose to give it to me, and it's one that like anytime I'm live, you'll always see those shoes there.
yeah, and
Yeah.
I value those more than anything, like,
Absolutely.
and
Yes.
it's just like it could be a $60 shoe. Like I got some dunks, people, man, they ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
I'll wear them, like, and I'm not gonna let them rot and ruin. Like I'm gonna enjoy. I try to my best to enjoy all my shoes, because
Yeah.
I can't wear them all. I'll be honest with you because some of them are like, ew, I cannot put my foot in
Yeah.
there.
Yes. No, chill.
But
I know my favorite one that we had. It was our 5 year anniversary stream for me and the wife, and there was this. It was a Jordan. It was an old Jordan 1, bro, mid. And that bitch just ran and reran and reran and reran. And then finally Doc Sheldon was like, yo, enough. Sign it, put happy birthday, keep it as a thing. And it's probably the one shoe that every so often when me and my wife were in here, we look at it and we're like, damn, yo. Like I remember that night. That night was crazy.
yeah, dude.
But it's one of those things that like I think that's what because the one out community is big about, you know, oh blessing, yo, send it to Kicks or yo, hey,
Hmm.
send it to half percent, send it to this, send it to BK Walrus. And
Hmm.
people are just constantly kind of gifting
Yeah,
and they know people's sizes, they know what shoes they like. And I think that's probably the best part about the whole app in the community. And I know what's it called, dude. Like when it sucks because I had a an up and coming streamer reach out to me today and was like, man, dude, it's disappointing, like these people with like 4.7 ratings, man, like they get 200 people. I can get 40. I spend hours cleaning shoes. And I was like, look, dude, like, you know, I was like, one, don't ever compare yourself to another streamer, you
yeah,
know?
don't do
Yeah,
that
dude,
because that's the quickest way to be disappointed. That's like,
for sure.
okay, well, let me compare myself. Like everybody's like, oh, he looks like AJ Styles or he looks like Cole Wetzel or I always like, you don't see me comparing myself to them because I promise you, I'm bottom of the barrel compared to them.
Yeah.
But like, hey, I tell everybody, like you just said, don't compare it because why do you want to put yourself down? Why don't you look at where you came from as soon as you started? Well, I bet you had a time where you had one person in your stream or two people or none.
Yeah. Yeah.
There could have been a time where you didn't even have the confidence to stream, and now you're
Mm,
streaming at what? You hold 20 people. Well, guess what? A year ago, you didn't hold none. You know,
yes. Yeah.
and that's one thing I don't remember who it was on somebody on one of your podcasts, and I started doing that. I tape that number. I don't want to know because it does affect me. I don't want to
Yeah.
know who. I don't want to know how many people are in there. Again, one time, I got to like, and it's a big number for me. I got to like it was upper twos and like in the threes, and I was just like, and they screenshot and sent to me, and I saw it after, and I was like, "Holy cow, bro!" Like I knew the
Yeah.
energy. Like
Yeah.
I go off energy. Really, I can usually
Yes.
tell how many people are in there with the energy, and that's one thing that's helped me tremendously because my confidence and my type of stream that I provide to my customers will change if I see like 60 people, like under 100 because I'm running dollars or this and that. And this is like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to change what I'm running because I know how many people are in here. I'm going to give them what they're here for. If people want to be here, they'll be here. And it is what it is. I try my best to do
Yeah.
that.
And I
And
think
if
I'm
if they
victim
get
of
steals, they get steals. It is what it is.
but the chat gotta win sometimes too. I tell people all the
100%
time,
now.
dude. Yeah.
Now, if they take me behind the shed a couple too many times,
Oh yeah,
I
no,
got I got to grab my back and I'm say, hey, look,
it
hey, I'm glad y'all got y'all steals, but hey, daddy
you
gotta
got it.
go. I gotta
Yeah,
go.
dude. Hey, I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, y'all can take advantage of me later. Not right now. I'm a
No.
little sore.
Yes, yeah,
And
yeah,
and
like, oh god,
and man,
okay, that
but
last
like
one hurt.
but speaking on the community though, man, whenever it's something like that happens and like your community's there, they're like, man, we ain't gonna let him go like that. Like
Yeah.
they
Oh
can
yeah.
feel that shift. They can feel that shift in you because because I've had that where I get the notification on my watch like, you good, man? And I'm like, and then they'll work together and they'll start
Yeah.
rerunning. They'll start blessing like just and it's like, we're here for you, man. We're here for you.
Yeah.
Like we
And I
don't
think
want
that's one of those things, dude, that like your community will never let you fall. But
man.
I'm victim, dude. Like sometimes I'll see, and because you're used to I mean you're kicked, so you know what number you're like used to. Like, okay, we're
Hmm.
good, we're chilling.
Hmm.
When you get into the double digits, you're like, man, what
Hmm.
the fuck?
Well.
But it
Hmm.
plays on the psyche. I don't know why. And I cut my wife's birthday stream short. I was like, oh fuck this. We had
Hmm.
the numbers, but there was just nobody in there like bidding.
Hmm.
I was like, I
Hmm.
took a few too many. I was like, yeah, we gotta
Yeah, and part of me feels like it's your internal ego. You're like, man, I normally hold more than this. Like,
go. Yeah.
it's like I'm culture. Like I'm, like, and it's just like, and you get in your head, you're like, man, like, and I just got to the point where I'm just like, man, like, it's not an ego thing for me anymore. Like,
Yeah.
and if they're not there, it's okay. I don't blame anybody, but like, we'll save it for another day. It's all good.
Yeah.
I treat it like sometimes I don't feel like watching my favorite show every day. I get it. It's okay.
Yeah.
We'll live to fight another day. That
That's it.
everybody might be busy. And that I get busy all the time, so I know I don't
Yeah.
expect everybody to be at every single one of my shows at all. But like,
It's yeah, it's kind of crazy because I
no,
mean, people have their own lives, and
yeah, man.
you know,
Yeah, I wish I was like Netflix. You could cut me on and cut me off, but I'm here for this hour and that hour. That's where you got me.
that's it. Yes.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
are
So.
do you when you stream, do you time block it? Are you like a
mm.
2 hour, and one?
So like typically like Wednesday, I try to I'm kind of like we're gonna aim for like you said like 90 like yeah, an hour and a half somewhere and whatever I push in that time, I'll push.
Yeah.
And I try to do like 20-second sudden death on that day because that's usually my lower end stuff and I keep it the shoe value 400 and below. Like the most expensive
Okay.
shoe I run is about $400 shoe, and it may be one, it may be two, it may be 10. It just
Yeah.
depends on what sizes are there. If it's bumping, I'll grab some more expensive stuff. It just takes me a minute to get it put in. But
Oh,
like
for
on
sure.
Thursday, that's when I'm trying to run the minimum cost on the shoes, typically like $200, and it could go up in the
Yeah.
thousands. And it just all depends on the energy, Like I'm for it all. I'll full send real quick. Like if
Yes.
I've had it go from 0 to 100 real quick in a chat because it's like,
Mm.
okay, we're here. All right, well,
We're outside.
and I'll tell them like, give me another Red Bull. We got to turn up. We got like,
We're going in. We're going in,
yeah,
guys.
you got to cut this Conway Twitty off. Cut some Lil Wayne on. We got about to let it rip. And like I'll because sometimes if you'll hear the music whenever and then it just depends on who's got the DJ at the time. I'm like, no, hand me the aux. I gotta get lit real quick. I gotta turn it up a little bit.
Yo, yes.
Yeah.
Because like, there's some streamers like Grill does not
Mm.
do music.
I don't
Like,
know
and
how. I
he's
don't know. I don't know how
I
they do
don't
it.
know. I'm like, yo, that's wild to me. Like, I have because it's the vibe.
Hmm.
And then
And
if sometimes my wife will play a playlist and I'll be like 3 songs in, like, babe, we gotta change that shit. Yo,
yeah.
that's crazy. I'm not feeling it.
Oh yeah, no, you'll hear me all the time. Like next song, next song, next
Next
song.
song,
Yeah,
hey, let's go.
yeah, yeah. They ain't fucking with it. They ain't fun. We gotta change it. And I can't get with this. I can't get jiggy with this.
No, I
And
can't get jiggy with this shit.
yeah,
But that's where
sometimes
like go ahead.
yeah, sometimes I gotta. Sometimes you'll come in there. I got rap going. Sometimes I got country. Sometimes I got rock. It
Yes.
depends on the mood that I'm in. And And you know, if some people like it, some people don't. But at the end of the day, if I can make everybody happy, I might be God, but I ain't. So
Yeah, well, yeah.
I'm just Jay.
And it's crazy because like I love country music, but
Hmm.
I'm terrified because I know I'm a vibe out,
Hmm.
but I don't know if the chat's gonna be like, "What the fuck we doing here?" So,
Yeah,
but like
yeah.
I'm or like 80s, 90s rock. I'm a big
No,
fan of that. Of course, I
man,
love my hip
you'd be
hop.
surprised. That's what surprised me more than anything. When I'm playing the rock, they're like, "Man, I ain't heard this in forever." That's what I'm talking.
Yeah.
I'm like, "What? Okay, okay,
Living on a prayer? You ain't
yeah,
heard
what?"
this?
Yeah, I'll start playing like my 80s, 90s rock or whatever, and they're like, "If this ain't divorced dad rock, what is this?" Like, and then I'm like, "This is that good stuff." This
This
and
that
they
good shit. Yes,
you'd be
bro.
surprised, like, I guess because majority of everybody's playing rap, you know, and
Everyone. Yeah,
yeah.
everyone.
So
Yeah.
like that's I guess I try to keep it. I try to change it up, you know, so it's not the same songs, the same, you know, and it's just
Yes.
something different, you know. And it's like, okay, it's a little something a little different today. We're gonna spice it up a little bit.
Well, I know I once did a Stranger Things stream themed,
Hmm.
and it was all like 80s music, and I think
Yeah,
it was like when the last season was coming out. But yo, people were in there like, yo, the playlist
A1.
A1, bro. It all 80 tracks. And I was like, fuck, dude, like,
And then you were like, okay, it was nice to change it up a little bit. Like I
fuck
got, you know,
yeah.
yeah, and you're
Hell
just over here
yeah.
doing when you feel yourself doing this, you're like,
Okay,
okay.
we go do it. Let's do 90s next week, cat. Yeah.
Yeah. It's I enjoy it for real, man. It's a blessing, man. It's really a blessing to be where I'm at with everything, and
Yeah.
like it's just so. That's the one thing. It's like just the entrepreneurship of like that's your show. You do what you want to do. You know, like you create your mold into whatever you want it to be, and
Yes.
you can change it like that if you want to. Just like it's so nice to be able to do that, and just the power that you have with it.
And I think
And like
people sleep on that.
and they do, and I
Yeah.
think the people that are streaming sleep on it too. They're like because they don't realize like how many people even if you change, they're like, I'm rocking with you, bro. Like if you change, you know, we're there with you. It's okay. Like, and that's where like when I've changed the music, sometimes they're like, you know, and it ain't that they dip. It's just like, hey, let's change it. Let's change it up a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
And sometimes, you know, I'll change what I'm running. Sometimes, you know, like if we're not. Sometimes, you know, I get the money. I'm like, we probably gonna lose some money tonight, but we gonna have some fun. You know, we probably gonna lose some money, but let's have some fun. You know, I want some people to get some steals, and let's just have some fun.
Yo, I tell people all that all the time because there's sometimes, bro, where I'll buy an expensive shoe and I'll probably pay more than I should, but I
Hmm.
do it just for the sake of like if I see my clip is like well priced, I'm
Yeah.
like I'm gonna bless somebody because I know it's
Yep.
gonna go for a good price. And
Mhm.
and the best part was when you get that review, like, dude, I have been looking for this.
Looking for
This is
this.
like my all-time
It's,
grail.
yeah, it's
And
awesome,
there,
man.
right
It's
there, I'm
awesome.
like, done,
Yeah, like
bro.
say no more. Say no more. Say
That's
no
it,
more. Yeah.
bro. And I think
And
that's the best part of that's the feeling of servitude,
mhm.
personally.
And it's just like you did your job. Like you know you like you did your service. You did, and that's going to be a forever customer most likely. You know,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
could potentially be a forever friend. You know, it's just the
It
friendships that I've made through this, man, it's honestly crazy. You know, like people that genuinely care about your health, about your like are concerned about how you're doing, and it's crazy, man. It really is crazy.
and you know what, dude? It's one of those where, like, people will never understand it because I feel like sometimes people get caught up. It's one thing that Kev told me a while ago, man. He was like, "Dude, you gotta disassociate yourself from the money because it
Hmm.
can't be about that because then every decision you make will be based on that instead of, like, if it was about the money, I wouldn't clean the shoes because, like, I feel sometimes I take more losses with the time that I put into it than I do, but my clients appreciate it. You know, if I if
That's what makes culture junky. You know, that's what makes
yeah,
like they know when they come to your show, it's about to be A1. You know, that shoe's going to be as good as it could potentially look. I've heard
yeah,
you'll even, I don't want to sell it right now because I really want to ice it and I'm going to ice it before you buy it. I've heard you say that
yes,
so many times. And I'm big on
yeah,
that. Like, I'm like, look, I really don't want to sell it, but y'all keep asking for it. And it's right here. But like, there's some stuff I really want to do to it before I sell it because I want you to know what you're getting is the best quality. And
yeah,
one shoe that recently sold for me, it was a J pack, either, I think it was a bread Man 777 bought it one time.
Bro,
And I
that's
was
my
like, man,
guy.
I just I told everybody, I said, before I run this shoe, if it goes for a fair number, you best believe I'm gonna take it home. I'm gonna ice it tonight, and I'm still gonna get it out to you in the morning. And
Yeah.
I got all the yellow. I made sure it was as pristine as I could possibly get because I was happy with what it went for because it was yellowed. It wasn't looking A1. And there's
Yes.
just certain shoes I can't do that. Because I want someone to be happy with what they get. I don't want them to be like, Dad, I didn't know it was in that condition. And I try
Yeah,
to.
no, that's the worst. That's why I try to, but even like with soles shoes that have like white soles,
Hmm.
you can ice that shit too.
Hmm.
Cause it'll be yellow and then you put
Well,
a
like
little some icing,
The De La Soul lows and the highs, they're really bad about
they're
yellowing.
bad. Yeah.
And
I
I
just
had a
did
stat.
one.
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
And another one that's really bad. I don't know if you've had one. Was the Statue of Liberty highs.
Oh god, yeah.
So I had one that was like mint, and the other one was just straight yellow across. And I was like, I can't sell it like that. And it was brand new.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
I iced it, and that when I sold it to the guy, could not be happier.
Yes.
He was ecstatic. And it's such a good feeling, man. When I it because I don't know if it's just like making their day. Like, wow, dude, when I open this, man, it just I've been waiting on this for so long. Like you said, like this is a grail of mine that I've been waiting on for so long. And it's just like
Yeah.
you feel like my task for the day's been done. Like
I put
another.
I
You feel like
yeah, I
Santa
did
Claus. You're like
yeah, I
shit.
did
Yep.
I did one good deed for the day today.
Yep.
I blessed
Yep.
someone's day today with this. And it's crazy because I always tell people, I'm like, it's there's fulfillment, when because some of these shoes, like you and I deal in the same like that they're not easy to get. These like you have to kind of like hunt and look for certain pairs because they're just not, circulating, like the app
They're
or
almost non-existent. And it's just
yes.
like and in my opinion, I mean, there is more younger resellers that are coming in, and like they don't make those shoes anymore. So like
No.
they're getting harder to acquire because I mean, when the collectors get them, they're not just trying to let them go because for one, they know what they have,
Yes.
and for two, they know how hard it is to replace it. Like
Yes.
a perfect example is like a one that just screams to me is coffee lovers. It's
Yes.
just that's one of those. It's one of those. It's just like and Green Lanterns. Those two are like so hard to acquire.
Yes.
And even the Cali Lows, that's like when you're like, man, this is like it's one of those ones. You're just like
Yes, bro. And I was like,
it's
I'm
it's
gonna
it's
rip it, but
yeah, yeah, and it's just like man, like when you get your hands on those, it's just like I don't want to sell it. Like I've had so many. It's so hard not to keep all of them. And it's just like you
yeah.
just look at them and you're like, wow, like I love this shoe. I
Like
love
the
it.
butt head is one of like I have a butt head in my size, and you know, certain pairs, like if I could find them easily, like I'll rip them,
Yeah,
just add to the
yeah.
show. But there's certain like I till this day, I have yet to see another butthead size 9. And that's what keeps me like I can't sell it, dude. Like cuz
Mm-hmm.
God knows when I'm gonna find it again. But
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it's also in that rarity and that scarcity that's why I go in and I put the time into the shoes because I just want the customer to know, like, yo, dude, like, that's for you, bro. Whether you
Mm-hmm.
catch a steal or not, whatever. But I want
Mm-hmm.
that shoe, like, you can, if it got set, we're gonna fix it. Like, nah,
Mm-hmm.
I want you to put that shoe on and enjoy it for
Mm-hmm.
years.
Mm-hmm.
So
100%. one hundred
yeah.
percent.
Now with everything that kind of like, how do you feel like the app has changed since 2023 to 2026?
It's night and day. If you want me to be honest with you, just
Yeah.
the people, the community. I mean, it's changed too. The chats changed, the items we sell has changed. Just everything in general has changed. In my personal opinion, like the shoes I used to sell, I don't really sell those shoes anymore. Like I've
Yeah.
gravitated more towards to the SBs. I used to be like 20% SBs and like 80% Jordans, and just like Jordans like fell on their face.
Yeah,
And
it's so bad, bro. It's
it's just like
horrible.
it's just horrible. Like I love my Jordan 1 lows and I love my Jordan 1 highs. Like I love them. Like and like that's why I tell collectors too, like now's your time to buy them because I don't care what anybody says, they're not going to stay down forever. They're going to come back up.
Yeah.
All it takes is for someone to wear them and it blow right back up, and then everybody
The
jumps
right
on the
person.
train.
Yeah.
One hundred
The
percent.
Newcastles became famous because fucking Travis Scott wore them.
100%.
Was it a no shoe? Travis Scott wears it. Oh, now that bitch is moaning.
100%. And it's
Yeah.
so like I just I still have a bunch of my like Jordan ones, and just because I know that there's gonna be a time, and mochas are going to end up being I see that going right back up to a $300-400 shoe whenever, because unless they re-retro it again. But
Yeah,
uh
that's what I hope they don't. I feel like the mochas, the Travis Scotts, have started to kind of lose their bite. Like,
hmm
and
well, the mochas have, I feel like they've lost their bite, and the fragment lows, I feel like I used to, man, I had every size in a fragment, and it's just like no one wanted them anymore. And
yeah,
it was just like I
the
couldn't move
2.0
on.
or the old one, the OG.
The old one, the OG.
Yeah, no, it's the best one.
Yeah, and I like, me personally, I still love it, and it's just like, but I think everybody's just, the newness is like, well, they came out with X amount of Travis. I think they came out with like five now since that one released.
Yeah, yeah.
And they got the 2.0, the velvets, the both the tropical pink, the shy pinks, the medium olive. It's just there's so many now, and it's just like, well, why would I? The problem I've ran into is, why would I buy that one when I can buy these for a quarter of the price?
Now look, I had someone bring this up to me, and I was like, I don't know how to take it because a part of it was there might be some truth to it, but it was a reseller, and he told me he was like, whatnotters have like like they've killed the market because we've brought so much of these shoes that like the Travis Scotts and all these that are like high ticket items on StockX, but then we
Hmm.
bring them to the app and then we rip them
At a
and
dollar,
then at a dollar and they're going lower for what,
one hundred
like
percent.
StockX or what market should be. And I was like, yeah, dog. But for me personally, I think that the reason why I think auctioners are doing so well rather than resellers that are personal shopping is because one, the economy is where it's at. So people are actively looking for a good price on stuff.
Hmm.
Now consumerism is still alive in America,
Hmm.
but now it's just nobody's shopping for, like set prices. They're like, look, I'd rather gamble and I know what I could spend
Hmm.
and I'd rather gamble on this auction and that's the shoe that I want. And
Hmm.
they probably have a little bit of a threshold that they're willing to go past.
Hmm.
But the idea of like, I might just get this shoe for a steal or
Hmm.
a good price. I think
Hmm.
that's where we kind of like, but the good thing is that our sales, at least for me, that's my data when I'm buying.
So I'm gonna comment on those two things. Yes, Whatnot has 100% saturated. TikTok 100% saturated, because you eliminated the. It's hard to acquire the site.
Oh yeah.
Well, you could type Travis Scott, and how many people in Whatnot have a Travis Scott?
Oh,
And it's,
100%.
you can name them all. Like
Yeah.
I can name at least 100 off the top of my head, and it could be a streamer that has just does personal shopping, and it could be all the way up to Soul Supremacy, Clean Kev. Everybody, because you can get it like that now. You can get it like that,
Yeah.
and it's gonna get ran for a dollar. And because I deal with the auctions with the cars too. And when I tell you that, when you
Oh,
first
do
get
you
into
really?
it, when you get, yeah, yeah. So I go to the auction, and they just run all the cars. I mean, they don't run at a dollar. They'll start at like a minimum bid, but it's just the
But they're
fact that, like,
auctioning.
yep, and you're live bidding against people in person, and you're live bidding against people online. So like how there's, I think, what, 80 people in here right now. So you'd have
Mhm.
like, with the cars, there can typically be anywhere from 80 to 300 people in the auction online, and then you got your 100 people that are right there with you.
Oh
And
shit.
when you got like usually six lanes, so I got cars in this lane, this, like everywhere. So I'm everywhere. So I'm going, going, going. I know what I got to pay for this. And sometimes, I'm gonna hit it a couple more times, because, well, that thrill of, like, anybody
Yeah.
that, when you first download Whatnot, and you get your first load of packages, you're like, my
Oh,
wife
I'm
is gonna
addicted.
kill me,
Yes.
my dad. And you're like, God dang it. And
I want that. Oh
man,
god.
brother, when I started, hold on one second, baby.
No.
Okay, I'll fix it. I'll fix it. I'll fix it. Give me just a little bit, okay? Um, but man, when I first started, and the amount of packages that I had, because I was like, dude, I've been looking for this forever. Swipe, swipe, swipe. And
Yes.
I'm the type of personal buyer. I'm I used to knock a lot of people for this, man. you know what everybody's favorite question on whatnot is when you're trying. What's your best? What's
Yeah,
your
what's
best?
your best? What's
And
your
I
best?
man, and I've lost my temper a couple of times, and I really don't mean to, but I'm like, man, when you go to the gas station and it says, 437 or you don't go in and say, hey brother,
What's your
you do
best?
150? Would you do
Yeah.
150?
Yeah,
When you
no.
go eat that steak at your local steakhouse, you don't tell them, I know it says 49.99.
Yeah.
Would you do 20? You don't, you pay it, and then on top of that, you tip. And it's just like,
Like,
Did
what are
it
we
get
doing?
it?
yeah, it's just one of those things, man. It's just like, um, I've lost it a couple of times, but I try to, I'm like, I'm sorry, it's just like it gets to me sometimes because it's just like any other thing. And you go to Walmart, you gonna pay what the sticker says,
That's it, yeah.
and it's
And the
just like,
thing is, it's the culture. The culture
yeah,
is negotiating, but, I bet if all personal shoppers got together and be like, "Yo, dude, don't ask me. It's a
yeah,
fixed price. You
yeah,
want it? Swipe. If not,
yeah,
swipe up."
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it
So
might be one of those, but sometimes people are, they wanna make a deal, and
yeah, yeah.
negotiations are part of everything,
Yeah,
so
100%, man. And it's just like you said, yeah. I feel like it has oversaturated it, but it's just kind of one of those things. It's a matter. It was just a matter of time that it was going to change, adapt, and in anything,
yeah, no, still, and
Okay,
I think that's the beauty of it is that, like,
yeah,
now I
you can
tell
stand.
people all the time, when they're selling is that like, "Well, I bought high." I'm like, "Look, dude, I just can't inherit your problem.
Hmm.
I'm this is what I pay for that shoe all the time. That's what I could offer. If you
Yeah,
want, yo, throw in another 10,
yeah,
because the beauty about whatnotters, dude, is that we buy every week and we buy pairs. I'm not looking for 1, 2 pairs.
no,
If you got 15, I want them. If you
yep,
got
yep.
30, I want them.
Hmm.
So now you get to kind of make your money in volume, but you got to kind of like that's usually my little tactic for when I'm like doing big clips is that like I'm not gonna go shoe to shoe because you're gonna be more emotionally attached to some of these than others.
Man. And like you said, they and
You
like
just did a big one, a grand one.
well, I've done two big ones lately. I did a really big Kobe collection. It was all size 13,
Oh,
and it
the
was
SB one was the
Kobe,
one that I
Kobe.
saw.
And you saw the SB one, and I
Oh,
that one was crazy, and I tried, we tried the one big number, and it was just like too far. We were too far, and we had to go shoe by shoe, unfortunately. And it was just like
oh, really?
he was like, man, you got to take it all or you take none. And I'm like, all right, well, let's knock this out. And we went one by
Damn.
one. It is what it is. But
And how many
like how
pairs
you
was it?
said, the best in that it was right under 100 pairs. It was like
Okay.
89, 90 pairs or something like that.
Uh
And then I
huh.
think there was some golf shoes in there too. But like SB wise, that was all SBs.
Okay.
Um, but like how you said, like your analysis, like dude, that's the best analysis, man. And same as you, man. If I hadn't bought a shoe, I'd gamble on it. We'll see what happens. You know, if
Yeah.
I don't have no data analysis myself, because what I sell a shoe for is not what we all sell it. Everybody's numbers are different. I don't care how you look at it.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen some people sell a shoe that I can't sell a brand new one for that, and it's just like they can sell it 10 times, and I don't knock them for it, but like I can't pay that. I
Yeah. Yeah.
understand what the market is. I understand how rare it is, but like this is my number. Like, and I'll be glad to show you my of what it sells for. I'm not here to knock your head off and hurt your feelings, but this is what I can pay for it to make sense for me.
That's it. And
That
the
is the
thing
best
is,
analysis. I can go off StockX, I can go off Goat, I can go off eBay all I want, but that's not my data.
yeah,
My sales are my best data because that's what it
that's it.
sells for me.
And it's real time.
Real,
Like
real.
a De La Soul is one of those that I always like when people sell it to me, they're like, dude, it's a
Yeah,
$1,000 shoe.
yeah,
No, it's
yeah.
not. No,
Yeah.
it is not.
No, no.
And I'll
I
just
have
pull up
trouble. I
a
have
De La
trouble.
Soul.
Yeah, I have trouble, and I'm like, you might want to keep that one. Yeah, because
Yeah, dog.
we're gonna be
Yeah.
so far. You're gonna get your feelings hurt, and I don't want to hurt you.
Yeah.
Like I just know we're gonna be super far. Because I remember when I first bought one of those, and I paid like 700 something. It was something. I was like, oh man, I got to steal. I got it. And then and I went to sell it, and just I think it went for like 250 or 280 or something
Oh,
like that. And I
oh
was just
God.
like,
That one
what
hurts.
happened? Like, and they're
That
like,
one hurts.
no, dude, that's typically what it said. And I just sat back and watched. Like, it didn't really clear over. They went in threes, fours sometimes, but that was it. They didn't go any higher than that.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
And there are certain shoes. But I see now that like at least for like in my stream, the 10 through 12 or 13s, them nines get disrespectful, bro.
Man,
Fuck.
I'll
I
be
love
honest.
them
Like,
too because I'm one of them. But
yeah, yeah. Hey, stop it. Hey, stop. Um, the there's certain sizes 100% that I do pay differently on because everyone pays differently. You know,
yeah,
like
for
how you
sure.
said
Yeah,
10 and up, you're going to get more 10 to 14 for me. But like
yeah,
15, I'm like, yeah, like I don't really got that many. Like I can't really name many 15 bars.
yeah,
And people
yeah.
come in,
Me
I'm like,
neither.
brother, I wish I had. But like, you probably the only 15 in here, unfortunately.
Yeah, out
And
of 300 people, you're the one guy.
like I bought like a 30 clip of like a size four women's or something one time, and it was I lost on every single one of those shoes. I'm not even gonna lie
Oh
to you. It
god,
was just like,
yeah, bro.
well, I learned my lesson. I tried and
Never again. Yeah.
never again. Yeah,
And I
and
try, dude. I try to buy the 8.5s and the nines, and then I'd be like, yo, y'all so disrespectful, bro.
yeah,
But
I
I'm
was just like,
sorry, dude. I can't do it. No. I'll bring in a few, but they're
yeah.
steals,
Well,
like
they just what they go for is so much less than those other sizes because
oh,
it's
absolutely.
just there's less. I mean, the average size, in my opinion, from what I see, is 10 to 12 is usually like the bread and butter,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
that's your most of your chat. And then like I try to provide to the eight and a halfs, and the seven and a half is the really weird size for me. It's just like there's like nobody, and then uh eight and a half is okay, and then six men's is that's typically majority of the females that wear shoes that buy from me.
What the sixes?
Yeah, six men's.
Yeah.
So those typically do okay. Um, but overall, man, like you said, the 10 and up is kind of where majority of the bulk that I buy is. Just because those other small sizes, they just don't go for the same.
So now what's it called? Like, where is it that you feel who would you say are some of the streamers that you feel just do like so well? Like that you actually love how they do things?
Um, just like their stream or like as a person or like what do you
Not
mean?
like their stream, yeah, their character, their showmanship. Like, who are some of those streamers that you feel like, oh, dude, like I really like the way this kid, puts on a show.
Man, I'll be honest. There's really so many, man, and the thing that I like is everybody's unique and great in their own way, and they've changed and they've grown so much over the years, uh, and I mean, obviously, I feel like the main one that sticks out to everybody is going to be like your Soul Supremacy and your Clean Kev, man. Like
Yeah.
those are your LeBron James and Tom Brady. Like it's
Yeah, for sure.
yeah,
Absolutely.
they just they do it great, And I mean, and like you can go. I mean, I could name for days, and like I can tell you what they're great at, And it's just, I mean, young. Like my favorite young seller, I would say, out of all the really young sellers that I know, and I mean, I think he does like personal shopping or something. Is man, I remember when I first went to his stream. His name is Drew Souls on here.
Oh, Drew Souls, yeah, Drewski.
And man, when I first came into his stream, and he just, bro, he was ready. He's like, oh my god, like I'm ready. Like we rated in with like I think it was like 150 people. He had his little fold out table with like six shoes, and he's like, I was like, run something at a dollar, man. Run some, you got everybody here. You
Yeah,
run
let's
it.
do it. Let's go.
And
Let's go.
he's like, I don't know, I don't know. Okay, you gotta be quicker. You gotta be quicker. And it's just like, man, it was awesome, man. And just from what he started as and what he's grown to, like if you ever like that he's just grown, and that's another thing. Like you can be a personal shopper and grow,
Yeah,
you
for
don't
sure.
have to sell everything at a dollar. Your growth and your sell rate's going to be different, but I don't know, like, and I mean other people that are great, like I mean I could name, uh, I don't think he really streams anymore because he's with Brady, but Mike Clam Kicks,
Oh yeah.
Mike's a great guy. I've always liked Mike. Season's a good guy too. I like Season. I don't know if you've ever met him in person. He's a really
I
good
have.
genuine
I
guy.
have.
Yeah, really
He's
good
sick.
genuine guy.
Yeah, I think he has his way on stream, but in person,
Mhm.
him and Grill are the complete opposite
Yeah,
of
night
who they
night
are in
and day.
person.
Yeah, they're completely, yeah. It's just,
Yeah.
but like it's that's how they stream,
But that's
and
that's what it is. That's their like that works for them, and they're good at
yeah,
it.
yeah. I mean, and I feel like that's the thing. Like you can, dude. Like I said, I can sit here and name people all day because like I can tell everybody what they do great, and
Yeah.
because I love how everybody has their own niche and they're just amazing. They're just
Yeah.
amazing.
And I think that's the part, like, and that's people ask me, especially with my time being as scarce as it is, like, why the culture talk is that I really want to be able to have somewhere where I could bring like up and coming streamers that,
Hmm.
I feel like, yo, I've been in your shows. I love what you do.
That's the
I want to
big
put you in
one.
an audience, like,
Yeah.
and now your job is to sell yourself.
Yeah.
You know
You
what I'm
can
saying?
like, and that's I can only do so much for you, but like you got to do you now.
Yes.
Show them why they should be here. Show them who you are.
Yeah,
And
because in all reality, people fall in love with you before they fall in love with your product. I
one
learned
hundred
that at
percent,
bar.
100%, man. And that's kind of like I don't know how you advertise like your barber stuff, but I'm pretty sure the best sales tactic is the word of mouth.
Absolutely.
Like, bro, who
100%.
cuts your hair, bro? You need to go see Culture, though. Like
Yeah.
that's who you need to like. And it's kind of one of those things. Like I take it back to like advertisements. I've never seen a Lamborghini commercial. It speaks for itself.
Yep.
I've personally never seen a Tesla commercial. They speak for themselves. It's just one of the things. Like I let my work do the talk. Like you come in and you see it, and if you like the product, come back. Come
That's
back.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of where I think that's because it's crazy that it's the young streamers that are coming in,
Hmm.
but the it's the older heads that are loving like the older SBs and the retro Jordans. It's all because I don't know if you've seen it, but to me, I feel like the youth are not into the culture.
Man, it's used for me like I'll be honest, like 24 and down, bro. They care about on clouds or hokas or running shoes.
Yeah,
You're like, bro, just
Asics and all this
slide
stuff.
me some Crocs. I'm good. And it's just like Crocs, and like I'm just like, bro, what?
Yeah,
And
we don't sell
it's
hoops.
yeah, like, and it's just like, man, when I was at that age, bro, I was waiting for the next Jordan drop. I was waiting for
Bro.
the next big thing. Like, and it's
Yes.
it's different. But like, it's not that shoes are dying because like at the end of the day, somebody's always gonna have to have something on their foot. They can't walk around barefoot. We're not cavemen.
Yeah, yeah.
It's and that's another reason why I got into shoes too because it's like that's something that someone's always gonna need. Whatever it is, whatever it might be, somebody's always gonna need.
When I
And
think I love catering to like that older crowd because like one, it's a lot of them are buying shoes that they just never were able to get back in the day when they were
mm-hmm.
kids. So
Yeah.
now that they have their careers, they have their kids. Now they're like, oh no,
That's
I'm gonna
that's how
put
that's how I am, man. You don't know how many of these shoes like I mean, dude, there's so many that I have in my personal collection that it's just like I couldn't afford that. My parents wouldn't buy that for me when I was. They're like,
no.
you get it's like $100, that's what you get. And
Yeah,
I'd get a fucking Air Max or something like that. Just a shoe that I could wear with all my outfits. So it'd be basic like black, gray, or white, and it was just something I could wear with everything.
yeah.
And 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 when you get that adult money, you can spend it on what you want to.
Hey,
It does something to you. It
I
does
get
something to
paid.
you.
So let me go
Yeah.
get my.
Yeah. And shoot, when you get that first paycheck, when you get like 16, 17, 18, you're like, so I can just buy what I want. And
Yeah,
like, yeah, go get what you want. And you're like, wow, okay, okay,
let's
okay.
fucking go.
Yeah, let's go. Shit, when I get the
Yeah.
next one? When I get the
No,
next one?
I'm telling you, right, right.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
All right,
man. It's
so I love it, man. And the sneakers, the culture, like I think, like you said, the friends, the community,
mhm,
whatnot is definitely like shifted my life, in a really positive way. You know what I'm saying? And
100%, man.
especially now, man, I'm looking. I want to retire from barbering. I've been doing it for 30 years, man, and standing up all day, cutting like this. I
For
get to
sure.
be home. I get to do it with my kids around. I get to
You
pick
could
up
you
a.
could honestly like I mean you said it one time, bro. You could travel and do it if you really like. You could
Oh
go
yeah,
buy a collection, do what you do and sell it, and from where your hotel, where and
that's
like that.
it.
And it's
Yes.
like, how do you compete with that? Like that's the thing that kills me. With like just it's hard for the brick and mortar to do that. Like I can't tell you the last time I willingly went to a mall. I can't tell you the last time I order everything.
Yeah.
supplies, shipping supplies, boxes,
I mean,
groceries, man.
yeah,
If,
dude.
if I go to the grocery store, you best believe I'm about to spend an extra $200 on stuff I don't need.
For no
You know,
reason. Yeah,
yeah.
just because I went down the wrong
Don't
aisle.
don't give me a empty buggy and go down the aisle. You think I ain't going down that sweet aisle? Shit. And then I come back and my buggy's like this.
Yeah.
And it's,
Wife
damn, man.
looking at me like, yo, what's with the
Yeah,
fucking Tootsie Rolls? I don't
yeah,
know. They were
yeah,
calling me, baby. I don't know
yeah,
what to tell you.
yeah, yeah. And that's just one of those things, man. It's just like you save more money. Kind, it goes back to, well, I could buy it online and I could get it for a steal. You know.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I didn't know that discount was going on. If I would have went in the store, no, my mom used to be one of those couponers, and she'd go up to the damn counter with the fucking coupon book, and we'd have to wait and let her flip through all her coupons to make sure she got all her coupons. Well, you do it online; it does it all for you now, and it's just
Yeah. Deep,
like,
deep, 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 deep.
yeah,
Chill, bro.
yeah.
And that's where
Hey,
I thought my wife is like anti like AI and like it's just, trust me, I appreciate the old way of doing things. It's just technology has come forward. I think it's going to,
it
be
has
the
its
next.
benefits, man. It has its
Yeah,
benefits. Like,
yeah, man,
just
yeah.
like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not a big. I hate going to StockX and showing what a shoe goes for because I'm selling a used shoe. It's new. It's I know, and I don't ever try to falsely advertise like, it's $1,000 shoe, and I know it's used and that one's brand new. I get that, but like it, I can scan
Context.
it. It's just context of like, hey, this is the shoe that I am selling though. This is not a $60 runner. And
And
it's
that's
just
usually what I tell the chat when I scan. I'm like, look, I'm just gonna give y'all some context of what this shoe is, because sometimes I feel like the chat really don't know these shoes until you
well,
show
some
them.
some of the rarer ones you have to be careful because certain people only know what that is, and they're there to get steals, so they're not about to say, "Oh, that's a $1,500 shoe all day," and it's just
Yeah.
like, "Well, I just got it for $300." So, and it's just like you're just like, "Damn," and it's just
this
good
guy.
hit, good hit,
These motherfuckers will take my shoes and then go sell it to the local resale shop. Like, bitch.
man. I've that's a question that people ask me all the time. They're like, "So if I sell you a shoe and I buy it back," I'm like, "I'll be honest, I used to get offended, but." I probably won't buy it back because I feel some type of way, but like, uh, I'm not mad that you bought it back and you got a better price than what I bought it for, but like, you were one more swipe than the last swipe was. So good
Yeah,
hit,
that's
you
it.
know?
Yeah, and
And
that
and I,
and
t- I
sometimes
tell
that's
I
the
tell
thing.
everybody too, the shoe's gonna
Yeah,
go for what it goes for. I can only do so much to make it. I'm not gonna click it and falsify what it sells. I'm not one of those, man. I want you to be happy with your purchase. The one thing I hate, because it's happened to me so many times when I was a personal buyer, I was told the shoe was this and that, and then when I get it, it ain't nothing like what it was presented to be.
yeah, yeah, for
It's a
sure.
4,000 1 out of 50, and it's like I can go anywhere and buy this shoe. Like it's not, and then I didn't do my research. I did, and that's my
Yeah,
fault.
and
So I
that's
don't
what it
I don't
was. Yeah,
blame. They're just making their money, and that's just their model. It's okay,
I know.
but
Once I had a guy tell me, I think he met me at a sneaker con, and he was like, "Yo, I love your shows." He was like, "Tell the truth, Culture. Like, do you have people bidding your shoes up?" I was like, "No, never."
yeah.
Those. He was like, "Yo, those numbers, like, those are real numbers, dude. Those are real buyers. They're real bidders."
Hmm.
I've never. I just. I didn't even know that shit was illegal until someone told me. They were like, "Oh, it's proxy bidding. It's like it's illegal or some shit." And I was
Yeah,
like,
man.
"No,
Yeah, man.
no,
Man, when I didn't know what that was until I'll be honest, like I didn't know people really did that until
okay."
uh I want to say Christmas time of like this past year, and somebody's like, "Dude, do you have shell bid?" Like it was somebody called me and asked me about, "You got somebody shell bidding your bids?" And I was like, "A shell bid? What are you talking about?"
That's
And
right.
I, and
Who?
I was like, "Brother, I'm not about to waste anyone's time and money doing that." I was like, I couldn't imagine just sitting there and say, "Oh well, I'm just gonna sit here and run it up till like, no, I'm not doing that, bro. Like it sells for what it sells for." I remember when the White Thunder Jordan 4s came out and it sold for $1, and I just sat because I paid like $350 for that shoe. I was like, "Oh,
Oh,
I'm
that
about to."
bitch really went for $1.
I said, you know what, Chad? I got faith in y'all. I got faith in my people. Let's go 10-second sudden death, and I ran it, and it's like everybody just did. He just really run that, and it went for $1, and the dude was like, "Ain't no way you gonna ship it out." I said, "No, it's gonna go for what it goes for. That's your shoe now."
Yeah.
And like, if I were to, I mean, it's probably you're never gonna find it, but he's like, I cannot believe this guy really shipped me this shoe out 5 stars. He ain't never shot me again, but he did take that white thunder for $1.
That's it. You got. Let me get my 5 stars made for at
Yeah.
least for $1.
And it was supposed to there was one time I'll never forget this. Logan was running the back end of it, and no, there was no tip. There was no tip. I appreciate the steal. Uh,
Thank you. That's it. Jesus.
yeah, his tip was he gave me a 5 star review.
That's
And
it. Yeah.
LJ, no, this one time he did a Kobe. It was a bundle for me or whatever, and I was like, all right, we're gonna set price this because it was like 2 8. I mean, it was late, man. I used to stream super late,
Uh huh.
and he ran it. Well, he accidentally ran it 10. It was like 10 and 5, but he ran it for $1. I was like, oh my god! It was like I want to say it was $1,000 like bundle of shoes,
Oh my
and I
god.
was like, oh my god! And it just like someone just happened to be in there swipe like, and he's like, well, and the guy ended up paying. I think it was dead on what he agreed to pay, and
Oh
like I didn't
really?
have shell bidders or anybody running that up. That was
Yes.
just someone else wanted that exact bundle, and it was just like, and I was just like, ain't nothing I can do. Like it's running, bro. I'm not one to cancel anybody's order. You get it, you
Yeah.
get it. It is what
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Salute.
I know what to call, dude. That shit happened a few times where my wife just she put like 5 seconds sudden death after like a rerun, and it's like a fucking banger, and I'm like,
You're just like,
oh
oh no.
god, yeah, you're looking at the number, you're like, fucking hell. I was like, all right, well, someone got
Yeah.
to steal, you know.
And you
Then,
see that
but
clock go 3, 2, and it just go,
ew, bro,
and
you're
then
like,
everybody just, and you're just like, it's still not high enough. It's still
yeah,
not high
and
enough.
you can feel everyone on their side of the phone like this, like,
Oh, and they're like, oh my god, that's happening. That's
yo, it's
literally
like that
happening.
silence went across all platforms, like,
Oh yeah, bro. Oh yeah.
got him.
It,
He got me fucking, you know. Then I was like,
yeah.
baby, I'm not cooking dinner for you tonight, you know. I'm gonna make my
Yeah,
own.
man, that's just oh my god, man. It's still, man, it's unique, man. Doing this is very unique. I love it, man. I wouldn't trade it or change it for the world, man. I really do enjoy it.
Where do you think social selling is gonna go in the next like 5 years?
So like I'm very big on, and by 2030 I see a bunch of like AI like generic sellers doing it, but that's where we come in. They can't sell what we sell.
Yeah.
You can't show the you can't. It's going to be they're going to be able to flash the generic shoes, and it's going to be able to run 24/7 7 days a week.
So and they're all brand new. It's all
Mhm,
like that bulk skew,
mhm. Yeah, yeah,
the,
yeah.
the
But like
collectibles, the rarities.
the rarities are all, you can't AI sell that. I'm like it's not possible. It's not possible because if it's got a minor separation or if it's got fading or you can't show it, the AI cannot physically hold that shoe,
Yeah.
So social selling, as far as like the TikTok selling and stuff like
Yeah.
that,
You know,
they're gonna
StockX
have
is
to.
doing it now too.
And yes, and like I don't know if you saw where they're doing used shoes now. StockX does used shoes. Did you know
Do they?
you can list your used shoes on StockX?
Stop playing. No
So
way.
yeah, yeah. So like, and I'll be honest, that sometimes helps with some of my comps too. And I'll I'll just I click it. It's like because I'm big in the Kobe's and stuff. So like that's one of those that like it just Kobe's are rare. So
Yeah.
uh it helps when there's those comps and people list them. And they can physically see, okay, well, he's not lying about what this shoe goes. This is actually a really expensive shoe.
Yes.
And it does help because the main platform everybody uses is StockX because you can just scan it and it comes up like that.
Wow, I did not know that. I didn't know
Mhm.
StockX was doing used. I know Goat
Yeah.
was.
Yeah. So, and I think that's going to really hurt Goat, if you want me to be honest with you, because of how bad people hate StockX, they still go to it.
Yeah.
It's the main platform anybody goes to look for anything. Unfortunately, it is what it is. But since they started doing the used shoes, I've heard nothing but good things. Everybody loves it. It's all positive
Really?
feedback on that. All
Oh,
positive
sounds
feedback,
good.
and
I
and
think
people love it.
I think if whatnot or sellers, I mean, I would love to be able to take my sales and then curate like a data chart or something where people could go and see, because if they took all of our datas and then averaged them out,
Hmm.
like you would be able to see a good amount of sales that happen relatively like back to back within the month, where you
Mm-hmm.
get, like all these resellers with all their sales, and be like, oh, okay, this is typically what it's going for. This is
Mm-hmm.
typically what it's not going. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. You
I mean,
know.
I think it's got its pros and its cons, just like everything else. And at the end of the day, they see what it goes for, and it's automatically whatever that number is, it's going to go a little bit lower than that. It is what it is. So it's pros and cons. Yeah, if your bids are lower and you're trying to get closer to that number, you're in the green. But if you're
Yeah.
like, I need that number, you're probably gonna go like, and it's just pros and cons. But like, I feel like if somehow they could implement that as into your own profile, I think that would benefit everyone overall. And then, like,
Yeah.
if you could have your individual like analysis that like people could go look at, like, hey, if Culture's selling a Mrs. Pac-Man, what does he typically, what does it sell for him?
Yeah.
And kind of like you just list the dates, the time. That'd be awesome. And then have an overall versus like on via whatnot. That would be amazing,
Well,
amazing.
because now we have a legit data center with all sales that are happening like real
Hmm.
time. Like, like
Yes.
even on StockX, you got to go and see like, damn, last sale was until last 2023.
Yeah,
Like no
2013.
current
You're like,
sales.
well, like SBs are going like because it'll be like last sale $134, and you're like, you can't get it though. Like, and it says 2005 or 2012 or something. And it's like,
Yeah. And
I'm
and,
like,
there, and no- zero available,
yeah,
bitch. Do
yeah,
not hit with the fucking last sales. There's none.
yeah,
If you
yeah,
could find it, you wouldn't be hollering at me. So
yeah,
it's
one hundred
one of
percent.
those.
And it's not and those are the super rare ones. They're the ones that have those really weird sales, and it's like there's not any listed because there's not any available anywhere.
None,
And
bro. It's
yeah.
just it's one of those that like, and those are where like, and I that's what I love about like ripping it out of dollars, that sometimes like we're just gonna let the market do what it does, in the sense of like, I'm gonna rip it. I don't know what to expect. Go.
Yep.
And then the people that know, that really want that shoe,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's where like, okay, you guys just set the market for that shoe,
Yep.
because this is what it ran for, good or bad.
Yep.
And I think that's never a bad thing, dude. But I think with the amount of volume level selling that we do, I think we would surprise, the community with what our data points would be like, as
Mm-hmm.
far as like sales, and like what these shoes actually go for. And then I think it would kind of break this false delusion of like what people think these shoes go for, when like,
Mm-hmm.
no, dude, like that shoe went for that 4 years ago.
Yep.
That
Yep.
shoe is not worth that no more, unfortunately. It's just there hasn't been no sales on StockX, so you don't know.
Okay. It's okay.
So,
It's okay.
Nine.
right. So Kicks, real quick. So I do like damn, my girl only did 15 questions. I was like, dang. A few questions that I usually do at the end of a podcast, just to kind
Mm-hmm.
of like, see where you're at. I told her to give me 21 and she didn't.
It's
So
all
I'm
good.
I'm
Well, we
I'm
need
gonna improvise. I'm gonna
let's go.
improvise. Um, so real quick, let me just, because I know this is one that I really want to say. Um, two. Okay. First question. What song or album can you recite from memory?
Hmm. Man, off the top of my head, I've switched genres so much, man. But like, if I were to rapid fire with you, uh one of the Lil Wayne albums, whichever one has Fireman on it, that I can recite every single Lil Wayne song on that
Do
one.
you really?
Yeah, yeah, I
Okay.
can. That one probably one of Morgan Wallen's most recent. That's just got a lot of good bangers, man. It's just like
No,
you can
dude, the
vibe.
Morgan Wallen album is a banger.
Oh my god, man, it's so
Yeah.
bad. The Carter two, that's it. Yeah, it's three Peter the Carter two. It's one of those, and it's just like that. That was yeah for, and then for like rock, man, I'm a big Three Doors Down fan, and I'm a big and there's just so much like rock because that's like my gym playlist too. So like I cut that rock on, I put that Do Not Disturb on, and I just let it play as loud as it'll play.
So
Uh,
who would you say are some of like your let's just say your top three or top five like rock bands.
Breaking Benjamin is probably like number one for me. Breaking Benjamin. Uh,
Okay,
it's gonna mix up a little bit with this, but I
it's
like the
okay.
Red Hot Chili Peppers. That's a banger, man. I love me some Red
No,
Hot
Red
Chili
Hot Chili
Peppers.
Peppers.
I love me some. I mean, you can't go wrong with ACDC, man. You can't ever go wrong with ACDC.
Yeah,
Um, Let me see. I know I'm forgetting some of the sleepers. Um, I can't even think of Blink 182 and Linkin Park. Both of those are bangers too. Blink
yeah.
one for sure. Linkin Park is definitely. I don't like the new Linkin Park as much as the guy that when he
When
uh
he before
yeah,
Chester.
yeah, before for sure. Yeah. You can't go wrong. Nickelback is crazy.
Yo,
Nickelback.
I'm gonna be the
Hey,
first one to
no,
say it.
that's one of those are like, bro, what do you listen to? And then you turn and you start singing the song too. It's
Yo,
just,
bro, it does. Yo, to me,
yeah.
Nickelback slaps.
Hey,
So like, I don't care what nobody says.
OG Nickelback. OG
Yes,
Nickelback
yes,
is
yes.
is definitely like is banger after banger. Metallica's a good one too. Metallica's a really good one. Um, but as far as like the rock, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What's one investment you've always regretted passing up?
Mm, it's gonna sound kind of corny, but I did a lot of research into like the stocks and when what stock was it? It was Carvana stock. It was like I think it was at like $20 a share, and like now it's at like, and I could
Carvana?
have bought, yeah, Carvana. It was when it was like down, and I could have bought let's just a lot. It was like I really wanted to, but like I was chickened out. You know, I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not really big into the stock stuff, and I lost really bad one time, and I never went back. And that was one of those that was like, I had the right people telling me like, you do it now. And now it's like I don't know what it's at right this second, but I'm pretty sure it's between $200 to $300.
Oh,
And
no,
I kicked,
absolutely. 100%.
and it's just like if I would have bought, just throw a number, $5,000 worth of shares. It's up. It just shoots up.
Oh no, you're banking. You're
Yes, and it's
balling.
just I wasn't very knowledgeable when I first tried it, and I just lost so much money, and then it's not fun losing money. So,
Hell no.
and
Yeah.
one of those things I couldn't control it. Like it just did what it did, and there was nothing I could do.
Yeah, no, no.
I couldn't clean it to make it better. I couldn't show it to make. It's just it did what it
That's
did.
it. Yeah.
I couldn't say, hey, this is Jay. You don't have to do me like that. And they just
Like I'm
yeah.
kicks all over. Have you seen me
Yeah.
on Women?
Yeah.
You just go
do,
crazy.
do me like that. Me? What?
Yo, me? Like, yo, what? Stop playing.
Yeah. Yeah.
um,
They stock market took me behind the shed one too many times and I left it alone, man.
oh, stop playing. Yo,
Yeah.
and real quick, I guess how did the term guac come about?
Oh, yeah, man. I'll be
Oh,
honest. It's
yeah.
G
Sorry.
Y A A A T. Yeah, yeah. Just man, I'll be honest. All jokes aside, I was out drinking one night and I couldn't read the sign. And it was like a G word, and I was like, "The fuck is a gyat?" And I was like,
Yes, that's what I said. I was like,
and,
yeah.
and it just kind of stuck because I'd go out and everybody's like, "Jay, drop that gyat one time," and I'm just like, and I'd already be lit or turn up and yeah, and it just get everybody's energy bumping, and
Yes,
everybody loves
dog.
it. It just stuck, and I brought it in with the shoes too, and everybody loves it.
Yo, and it's crazy because like at least for me, I never thought in a million years, because like when I was streaming, I was just kind of like talking out loud. I'm just saying stupid shit that
Hmm.
I would say like at the barbershop. So I'm like, boy, stop playing. And
Yeah.
we're like, the cleaning shoes on wood out of barber. And then these things became
Hmm.
like catchphrases to the channel. And I was like, damn, it's because you'd be surprised what catches
Hmm.
and you have no intention of it becoming like the thing. You just say it one stream, everyone loves it, and then by the time you know,
Yeah.
you're like, damn, you're branded.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
And like
the
one thing that you said, like, boys stop playing, and then people always say like Papacito, like how you say that, like that they say that to you, and that's like your thing.
oh yes, no, absolutely, yeah, bro. And then
Like,
I saw there were certain streamers, so I would always be like, oh, if I told you that they were new, would you believe me? I saw streamers taking it but rewording it,
yeah,
and I
yeah,
was like, ah. I see
Yeah.
you, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm not even tripping, dude. Because for
Yeah.
me, I feel like when you do things like that, that kind of catch, like that's a gift to the culture.
Gift to the culture, 100%.
Yeah, whoever wants to use it, dude. Like that shit ain't mine. Like I just put words together and made a sentence. That's all. That's
Yeah.
it.
And you could do the
Yeah,
same thing. It is what it is. And
yeah,
like you said, it's for the culture, man. And if it helps somebody grow or something like that,
yeah,
bro,
dude.
it's
Fucking
all
do it,
for it, bro.
dude.
Do it,
Yeah,
bro.
man. I'm done.
You're not affecting me in any way. I'm still me, you know?
Yeah, that's it, bro. I'm still gonna say it, but yeah, if we both want to say it, fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think that's probably my age, man. Like, the ego left me a while ago. Now I'm
Hmm.
just like, how can I make the world a better place? As softer as whack as that sounds, like that's what I'm in it for. If
Yeah.
I could be a blessing to the earth before I leave, dude, I'm okay with that. And then
Yeah.
whatever little quirkiness.
Yeah. I mean, if I can help somebody in any way, shape, or like just benefit their life in any way, man, I try my best to do that, you know?
Absolutely, bro. Because those are the gifts I feel like you could take with you. Like I
Like it.
can't take, Skeletors or not. Fuck that shit. I
Hmm.
want to take memories with me. And I told my wife when I die, and I've accepted death, so I'm not afraid to talk about it. But I told my wife, I was like, when I die, two things: one, it's a party;
Hmm.
two, invite all the homies; and three, I want to be cremated, but I want a bottle of like some crazy, and then I want like with my ashes and a bunch of shot glasses, and I want everyone to go up there and take a shot and say their fondest memory with me, and then put
Yeah.
the shot glass in the box with my ashes,
Hmm.
because it's one of those where like I want that to be the last memory of people when they think of me.
Yeah, like and I vibe with that 100%, man. I'll if I when my time comes,
Yeah,
don't be sad. You know, just I'd rather you celebrate all the memories and all the good times we had. You know,
yeah.
don't
Hey,
think about
because
the bad. Don't think about the what if, the what
uh,
could have, would have, should have. Man, just think about all the good times we had because you're never gonna get those back, and you don't want those to be forgotten. You know.
you don't, yeah. They say that a person dies twice when they physically die, and then the last time someone ever thinks about them or says their name.
Hmm.
Yeah, so that's why I put my sister on my arm, and thankfully, I just try to make sure that I constantly, I'm always talking about her, or
Yeah,
or at least like I just can't let her like fade
man,
away from my memory because yeah,
man. I mean, it kind of shifts from what you just said a little bit, but man, I've been on this kick with man, if you were to die tomorrow, who's going to stand at your grave the longest? You know, and it's just like those are the people that I want to spend the time, like the time who I feel like they value me the most. I want to value them as well. You know, I want them to feel what I feel.
100%.
Because because, man, like you, you give so much to some other people, like these other people, and like they could blink and like it's all right on to the
Right.
next. You know, you're just another person to me, and it's
100%.
just like, man, who it's, you don't live forever, unfortunately. And time, the older I get, man, the years get shorter. I don't care how you look at it, man. Like if I would have told you 5 years ago that I would be selling used sneakers, and what, bro, what? Like I'm,
What? Cleaning shoes? That's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
That's
and
crazy.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. I
Uh,
don't know, man. It's just like, and hell, if you would have said 10 years ago, like you're gonna have 3 kids, I'm like, bro, no. Out of everybody that I know, I'm probably gonna be the one that don't have any kids, man. And
oh
I
damn.
got, I got $3, and I wouldn't trade them for the world, you know.
No, not at all.
Well,
Okay, if you had a Mount Rushmore, who would it be? The Whatnot edition.
you got to go change who changes the game, in my opinion, with that. Like your Tom Brady's, your LeBron James, your Kobe Bryant's, and for me, if you were to put how many people are on there? Four, five? What is
Four,
that?
four,
I mean, I feel
four.
like you got to do Kev. It is what it is.
Mandatory.
You got to do soul supremacy. It's non. Those are non-negotiables. I feel like another non-negotiable for me personally. They gonna have to split heads. Unfortunately, we gonna have to put. I mean, I'm gonna give it to all three of them, man, because I feel like they came up. It's really four of them, man. Funko, top tier Funko, Burn Kicks, Season, and Girl Caviar. Man, it's
Yeah.
just like, bro, it's just
I mean, they shifted the game in their own way,
Yeah,
bro.
and
Like,
they all went their own ways. You know.
yeah.
Hold on, baby. Hold on. Okay, just sit down. I'm almost done. Okay, okay, okay. Um, uh, Stew shoes. I mean, bro. Like, I mean, I know they're moving a lot of generic units now, but
But
uh,
when they do a heat stream, yo,
brother,
they
when I tell you
deliver.
though, when I tell you, what did I say? If you go to Stew shoes a year and a half ago, brother, you're not. It's amazing. It's incredible because not one person's doing it; they're both doing it, and they're running, and and it's go, and
Yes.
it's that super hot fire. I mean,
No,
they running it,
they're not.
and
They're not fucking around.
yeah, and they changed the game as well. They have. Um, and I guess if I had to give it one more, I would probably have to give it to probably Fragmented Souls. Man, I've met Dylan a couple times,
Mhm.
and dude, he's a fucking hustler, bro. I mean,
You could
it,
tell that motherfucker be moving.
man. Because when I first met him, he was streaming out of his house, and like I was like, man, why do you want to get aware? Like, I couldn't understand the theory of why do you want to add an overhead. And he's like,
Yeah,
bro, like it's just I see shoes. Like I wake up, I see shoes. I lay down, I see shoes. I have shoes everywhere. And it's like I mean, I get it, bro. And then like just the growth I've seen from him as a person,
yeah,
dude, it's insane. Like just from all of them, everybody's grown in their own ways,
yeah.
and
But then I love it.
I feel like they've all shaped the game for multiple people, and it's incredible. It really is, man. And like they're Mount Rushmores, but like, do you know how many people would put you on like Mount Rushmore? Like,
Oh God, stop playing.
it's just like, and like when people say that to me, I'm like, bro, what? It's like, dude,
No, it's like
stop. You're gonna make me blush. Stop. Like, and I'm
stop
like,
it.
man, I appreciate the way
Yeah,
you feel, but like, man, like everybody wears a cape. Everybody wears a cape in their own way, and I try to tell everybody like, you're somebody's hero, you just don't know it.
yeah.
And whether it's a coworker, whether it's your kids, whether it's your wife, you're someone's hero.
Someone on the app, dude.
Yeah,
Someone's
man, dude.
gonna be like,
I've had people message me like, "You saved my life." Like I've thought about it, and it's just like, bro, what?
crazy.
And it's just, I mean,
Well, I think that's
it's
why
crazy.
I think we're public figures, and I think because we know that we're public figures, like we have to like lead by example. I
Hmm.
think it's important for that because you can't be reckless and then be a public figure that people are looking up to. Like, there's a responsibility, like once you are that, to
Yeah,
make sure that you're kind of pushing people in the right direction.
yeah.
And certain things you just don't get to do anymore, and that's kind of the cost of becoming personally a public figure, and
Mhm.
that's just what it
Yeah,
is.
yeah. I feel like that's 100% true. But I feel like it's kind of one of those things like you got your own business model, you do what you want with it, but like you don't. I've never wanted to steer anybody on the wrong path. I want
Yeah.
everybody on the path to greatness.
Yes. Yeah.
Whatever that path looks like for you, and I just feel like if you do make a mistake, just own it. Own it and be like, I fucked up. That's on me. I shouldn't have done those things. You know,
Accountability, bro.
yeah.
Accountability is everything, bro.
Accountability is everything, man. If you
Yeah.
do something wrong, just own it, man. Stand there and be like, I shouldn't have done that. And the amount of respect that you'll get from that person is like, wow, you owned your mistake. And like most people
No,
don't do that nowadays.
no, they
You know?
don't. Yeah. Well, because everyone wants to, it's a justifier, or like, no, this is what happened. Yo, dude, I'm just own it, bro. I tell my kids that shit all the time. Stop giving me fucking excuses. Just say, I'm sorry. It won't happen again. So we can completely move forward from this. Um,
100%. Man.
so what's your favorite time of the day?
I'm a big 4:35 a.m. guy.
4:35. That seems
That's
specific.
man. That's when my day starts. I it sounds so competitive. I get up before my competition does. I wake up and it's kind of like Man, my workouts. I love working out in the morning, man. I'm my workout. I'm up. or even working, man. I'll get my laptop out. I'll start working. If I didn't message those people back from the previous night, and they're like, "Bro, you stayed up all night long." I'm like, "Bro, I just woke up. Like I'm locked in right now. I'm the
Yeah.
most locked in. If you're talking to me at 6 a.m., I'm locked in at 6 a.m. I've already been up. I've had my Red Bull. I've had
But
my
that's the Mayweather mentality.
hmm
He's like, when my competition's sleeping, I'm working,
yeah.
grinding.
So, but before I had the opposite mentality. I was like, well, I'm just gonna stay up longer than they do. But unfortunately, when I'm staying up longer than you, I got to catch up on sleep. And that's
Yes.
that's the one thing that has caught up to me, man. I used to be the guy. Give me 30 minutes, bro. Let me power nap.
Yeah.
I'll be good the next day. Well, kids, age, it's done got to me. I don't move as quick as I used to. I ain't as good
No,
once as but I'm as good once as I ever was.
it's everyone, baby.
So
Keep
I
like
just
don't be
I just had
cheap.
to shift it a little bit. I had to wake up a little bit early and go to bed a little
That's
bit early.
it. That's it. That's it, brother. If you could only eat one meal the rest of your life, what would it be?
Say that one more time. I'm sorry,
If you could only eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
brother. Oh my gosh, I'm a shrimp fanatic. I love me some
Are
shrimp.
you?
Oh my gosh, I will. I used to go to Red Lobster all the time and get the all you can eat shrimp. They tell me, sir, you got to leave. Boy,
Stop
next one,
playing.
next one. Well, I will tear some shrimp up.
Bro, that's
Tear some
amazing.
shrimp up.
Have you had crawfish?
Can't do crawfish, but I can do oysters. I can do raw. Like I can do the oyster. I love oysters too. But like my go-to since I was a child was shrimp. Man, it's just one of those things that like I couldn't get it all the time. So when I got it, I tore it up.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
What's your number one pet peeve?
Um, for me, man, I'm very I'm kind of like a neat freak, man. I'm like my stuff's got to be a certain way. Like if you were to go to my closet, like my collar shirts with my collared shirts, and they're all color coordinated. Like it's all got to be a certain way. Like I can't.
A little
Everything's got to be
OCD.
turned. Yes, I'm OCD bad, but like
Okay.
I don't do like you can't. If your drink's empty, throw it in the trash. Like if I'm getting in your car and you got like 6 bottles over there, brother, I will walk. I'm not. I can't.
That
I
boy said,
can't.
"I will walk."
Yeah, I can't do your McDonald's from 2 days ago, brother. I can't.
Yeah, chill.
Yeah.
Okay. What emoji is the most used on your iPhone?
Mine? Let's see. I'll tell you real quick.
Yeah, wifey
Uh,
actually she put up some good questions.
I'll be honest. Mine is the laughing emoji. I use the laughing emoji a lot.
So do I. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
one that I
Uh,
and I have people that I message that just will not use emojis. They'll put
yeah.
HAHAHA
Yeah.
or LOL. I'm like,
Ha
dude.
ha 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 ha. It's just
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Like, yo, throw the emoji, bro. Like, come
like,
on.
don't be so uptight. You know,
Yeah, for
let
real,
it loose
bro.
a little
Like,
bit.
yeah, it costs you more to type in the H8 7 and 8 times than the one emoji.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh yeah.
how do you balance work life?
A to do list. If you want me to be honest with you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Please, because I suck at it.
To do list, man. And I'm big on writing it down. Writing,
Okay.
and I will put it in my phone. Like my team, we got to share notes, but like my personal to do list, like I'm gonna make it bigger than what I got to do. But my top 4 things are gonna be like it's non-negotiables. They got to get done, and once it
Mandatory.
reaches, yeah, mandatory. And but like my family time, like so that work doesn't consume my life. I usually cut that off. I give work probably about like an hour when I get home. That way, like that side of my life is shut down, and now I can cut this side on for just a little bit.
Uh-huh.
I get my kids to bed. They get me from typically like 6 to 9:30, however late. We do. I usually get them in bed by 9,
Okay.
and um and then after that, I cut it back on for an hour and a half too, and then I usually cut work off and I focus on household stuff then. But to
Yeah,
do
you
list has
better
always helped me the best, man. To do list
really.
is because like, bro, I have like you said, you forget. If I try to just remember stuff, man, I will forget so much stuff because it's just like every time I turn. Oh, I need to do this. Oh, I need to do that, and that
Yeah.
list is never going to end. I need to
Ever.
text this person. I need to text that person, and it's just like there's more things
It's
going on.
overwhelming.
Yes, it's very overwhelming, and it's easier for my brain to just let me just shut off. You know.
Man, yeah. Let me just shut it down.
Yep.
What's the first thing you do when you get home?
When I have my kids, I greet my kids. You know, I give them my
Damn, that's
undivided
right.
attention when I get home. If it's just me, I let my let my dog out. You know, go outside with him, throw the ball with him for a little bit. Check, make sure I ain't got laundry, dishes. You know, and prep dinner. Really, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Um, how would 10 year how would 10-year-old you react to you today?
He wouldn't know what to think. I'll tell you right now, because what I saw myself doing when I was 10, man, I was a diehard. I'm gonna be a DJ, and I'm gonna go DJ weddings. I'm gonna
Oh
and
shit.
that was I told myself that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna be a DJ, and that's what I always wanted to do that for the longest time. And because I always had like a niche for music, like I could be in almost any crowd and I could get everybody moving. You know, like, oh dude, I ain't heard this one before. I always had I knew the newest songs. I knew the oldies.
Yeah.
I knew what to get everybody bumping. And it was something I was always good at, and it was just that was something that caught early on for me.
Yeah.
So like if they were to see me now selling used shoes and doing bail bonding and doing the rental houses and doing like lost your mind, dude. What are you doing?
Yeah, for real, dog. Like, what happened to DJ, bro? You
Yeah,
sold
yeah.
out, dog.
Yeah, sold out. Yeah,
um, what's one goal you hope to accomplish within the next year?
like a life goal,
Life goal, yeah.
man. There's a lot. There's a lot, man. But honestly, man, inner happiness, man. Just happiness within. Just
That's a great one.
uh, that's one thing I've battled for a long time. Is like sometimes we forget where we're at and how far we've came, and it's just like it's easy to beat ourselves up. It's easy to compare ourselves to someone else, but like
100%, yeah.
man, I'm very bad about you know trying to be A1, not 100%. And it's just like, man, I'm sorry, but you can't. You
It's
can't compare
impossible.
you can't
It's
compare
impossible.
yourself or set these super high standards for yourself that are unrealistic. Set yourself some realistic goals. Set yourself some realistic standards. Like, and that's just one thing that I've been working really hard on this year for my personal self is just like, um, last year I almost gave up reselling. I had
Oh,
storage units. Yeah, I didn't talk about that, but I had storage units that got hit, and I lost like $80,000 worth of product, and it was just and police didn't want to help or nothing like that. And I was like, bro, I told Logan, I was like, bro, this might be it for me though. And like I had what I had at like the warehouse, like the building in the back of my house, and I was like, we'll just run this stuff and like
that's
the
it.
the community was like, bro, this ain't it. This and like I had a bunch of like the reach out and they're just like, bro, you can't let it beat you up. You can't. And it's just like everybody rallied and they're like, no, this ain't. I've seen worse. Like it is what it is.
Yeah.
But it's I didn't give up, and that was the main. I was like, man, I got to thinking. I was like, man, I got people count I knew like Logan was counting on. Like I was like, man, I got people counting on me. Like I can't give up because it got hard. I can't give up because it got tough. You
No,
know,
for sure. Yes,
like
100%.
somebody's got it a whole lot worse than what just happened to me. Like it is what it is, bro. Like
Yeah.
I just had to fucking roll with the punches, bro. You got to get up. You can't lay down forever. So uh, I got up and kept it rolling.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
What city is your favorite city to vend at?
Um, I really wanted to go to Vegas this past. I
Yeah.
went one time. I went one time for a sneaker con before I did like all the shoes and stuff. But I'll be honest with you, I've only vended lately at the local ones, like in Atlanta, just
Mhm.
because like man, my schedule's so tight. Like
Yeah, I
it's
can
so
understand.
hard for me to slot away and go do all those things. Because it's very hard to leave all these other companies unattended. Um,
God, I bet, bro. Especially when you
and
got that many.
well, bail bonding is 24 hours. The tow service is 24 hours. Rental houses, if somebody's AC goes out, their power goes out, the flood, the toilet, it's never ending. Cars, you got somebody not making their payment, you got to repo their stuff. It's just
Damn.
it's so
It's wild.
my goal, like once I get everything like settled with a better schedule, like with my kids and stuff, to where I can game plan on, go into all these outer. I'd really like to go to a Dallas one. I really wanted to go to a Dallas one next year. I want to go attend Dallas's because me and Bo soul swapping we're really good buddies,
Hmm.
and he's been begging me to come out there, and I really want to go out there. And Vegas was one I really wanted to hit. I just my schedule didn't line up to where I could go. But so I mean, I guess my only answer, truthfully, would have to be Atlanta because that's the one that I can consistently get to and attend and be 100% present.
Well, if you,
So,
me, and Bo,
What time is it?
if you, me, and Bo are ever in the same city, we got to do it for the South.
shit, bro, man. Bo came to Atlanta this last year,
Yo,
and we
Bo's
were
a
with
trip, dude.
bro.
That
We
motherfucker be having me
dude,
dying.
man, we went to this restaurant. It was me, Bo, Logan was there, Tyler was there. Shannon was like there was a few of us there, and we had a good time, and it was just like we were living in the moment, we were living in the moment, and it was so good, so
Yeah,
good.
so yeah. If you could invent any gadget, what would it be, and what would it do?
They're both crying.
Oh man, I want the robot that does the laundry, does the dishes, and
Jesus Christ! Oh, you want a Tesla robot?
yeah, I need a Tesla robot. I
Yeah,
need I
for
need
real.
Elon to tighten up.
Yo, for
I need
real. Like
Elon to tighten up.
that's it ASAP. Do you watch any TV or not really?
Man, I just started watching recently Game of Thrones, and I've been really big on
Ooh,
Game of Thrones. I think
fire.
I was a big
That was fun.
100. I don't know if you've ever seen that one. I was
Yeah, my wife watched it. The
uh,
100.
just see here. Okay. I was a big the 100. The Breaking Bad was very big for me.
Was a
Uh,
banger.
that was a banger, and then another one, Sons of Anarchy. Man, I loved me
Oh,
some Sons of
bro.
Anarchy.
I remember like I had watched it. My wife had never watched it, so I watched it again with her.
Hmm.
And bro, at the very end, just bawling, like she was crying.
Oh my
But
god.
it's such a classic show
Yeah.
that I go back to it every like 2-3 years just to watch it.
I'm a big like I got Hulu. I'm a big like I like TV series. I like movies too. Don't get me wrong. I really like movies, but I like I'm a big sci-fi. Like I like the Predator movies and stuff like that. Those were the newest. Was it Predator? I think it was Predator. Yeah, yeah. That like
That was
it's
a good one.
that
That
was
was a
a
good.
really good one, man. That was a really good one.
Um, what what trait would you pass down to your kids? Only if only one.
Be genuine. Be genuine.
How's the crying too?
Okay, well, baby, that she's.
All done.
What? You're okay, baby. You're okay. Okay. Why don't
We're
you play
almost
with
done, ladies. I swear we're almost done.
Why don't you and Colby go play? Go play in the playroom.
No.
Okay. Okay. Well, you sit. You just gonna sit here?
No.
Okay. You sit
All right,
here.
cool.
Can you
Welcome
say
to
hey?
Culture Talk.
You want to say who you are? Tell. You don't want to say your name? No. You don't want to say your name? Okay. That's my
um,
youngest.
and are you in a like in a relationship or are you?
I'm actually going through separation right now. So that's why.
Sorry, I didn't.
Yeah, you're good, man. You're good. It's kind of. I think we're like 8 months into the separation. So
Okay.
yeah,
Sometimes a little time is kind of what you know.
man. It's just it's going that way. It's just time.
That's it. Yeah.
I get up, Daddy.
There's
All right.
just yeah, is what it is.
Yeah. No, trust me, bro. I've been.
It's life, man. It's life. It is what
It
it is. It's
is.
life.
And sometimes, man. Sometimes like time heals all wounds. You
It
know.
does, man. And
Yeah.
I'm a strong believer in like everything happens for a reason. Like not everybody's put in your life to make it great. Not everybody's put in your life to make it hell. But
Yeah.
everybody's put there for a reason.
Go sit with you.
Okay, babe.
I just need to go check on Chelsea.
Okay.
Dad?
You sit on this side.
Yes.
There we go. Yeah. So okay. Yeah. My wife had asked if she was involved in the business, but apparently that's a no.
She just wasn't ever a supporter of it, and that was like I was that's one. Don't tell me I can't do something. You
Yeah.
know, like I'm like I hate when someone says you're not going to be good at that. You can't do that, and it's just like watch me.
Watch me.
Yeah, man, watch
Just
watch me.
watch.
You know, it's
Yeah.
just like that was one thing, man. I hated being told that I wouldn't be good at this. You can't do this. Then it's just like, bro, I cannot wait. My haters are my motivators. You know, like you,
Yeah, bro.
where that's a different type of fuel,
Yeah, it is.
and
It is.
and it's just like because you know they watching you more than your followers are watching you. They checking
Yes,
your page every
dog. Yo,
day.
they clocking you, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's
I
the
like
thing.
I
That's why
like
I'm like, if you still talking about me, oh, you still locked in, and that's okay. Because Mayweather said, I have two sets of fans: the ones that want to see me win, and the
Just
ones that want to
watch
see me
me,
lose.
Daddy.
But nonetheless, they're all paying to tap
Mhm.
in.
Yep,
And,
yep, yep.
yeah,
And that's my thing, man. It's just like
No, no, no,
I've never
no.
really cared about people's opinions. If you want me to be honest with you,
yeah, for sure.
uh, it's just like, bro, I'm gonna do me regardless. Like, I'm not here to make because if I try to make you happy, then I got to make this person happy, and then it's too much, man. How
I
about
only, I,
how
I
about I
told my
just do
wife,
me, and the real ones will rock with
yeah,
me? You know?
that's it. I literally only have enough energy and time to focus on me. What everyone else is doing, I have no idea, and respectfully, I don't care because I'm in my own lane, dude. I'm just wherever I get to,
Hmm.
I'm gonna be happy with that as long as I feel like I gave it everything.
Yeah,
But I just never know what anyone else is doing because I'm like that's such a waste of energy.
man,
It's
it costs too much of your energy, man. It's just like
sure
like you got a wife, you got kids, and like that it requires energy. You know, it requires time and energy. It is what it is.
it's too
But
much. It's too much. Absolutely. Well, Kicks, I want to say thank you for hanging out with us tonight, man.
of course,
I'm
man.
sorry I kept 2 hours of your time.
Hey,
I tried
man.
to keep it at 90, man. But sometimes the conversations just
Ah.
genuinely go where they go.
Yeah, for sure, man. I do appreciate it. I enjoyed every question and conversation, man.
Absolutely, man. Well, thank y'all guys. If you're living under a rock and not tapped in with kicks all over, do yourself a favor, hit a follow, go support the homie. Trust me, he's running bangers, guys. And we want to thank you again, kicks all over. Thank you so much for letting us have your dad for
I'm
two
gonna get
hours.
the
Okay,
knuckle sandwich.
Can you say
let's
bye?
do it. Let's do it. Knuckle
You
sandwich.
give a thumbs up.
All
Mm.
right. Well, guys, thank y'all so much, guys. And kicks all over again. Thank you so much, dude. It was
Man, I
great to finally
appreciate
have
it.
a legitimate conversation with
That's
you.
for
Like,
sure, brother. Yeah,
yeah.
for
I'll be
sure.
in LA, and when we're there, we're gonna have to run
Yeah,
a
we
stream
hey,
together.
we're on a stream, man. We'll buy it and sell it all.
Let's do it.
Let's
Stop
go, brother.
playing.
Let's go.
All
For
right, bro.
sure. I
Well, thank
appreciate
you
you.
so much as always, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh shit. Fuck. Oh god. That happens. Oh, I did not mean to hit that, guys. I am so sorry. Fuck. I wanted to give a proper goodbye. If he's still here, kicks all over. I'm so sorry. I thought it would give me like a okay to remove. I'm so sorry, guys. But guys, stay tuned. We're gonna go live in about 10-15 minutes. Check the auction tab. We got a bunch of bangers going out tonight. Kicks all over. I'm so sorry, dude. I thought like when you say remove it, it would say like okay. I didn't know it was instant. I'm so sorry, dude. But thank you so much, guys, for tapping in tonight. Kicks all over was phenomenal. I had a blast talking with him, guys. Give me 10 minutes, guys. Give me 10 minutes. I'm gonna pop back up and we're running fucking bangers. If you check the auction tab, everything that's in there now is gonna be going in about 10 minutes, guys. So hit the follow button. We're gonna be back 10 minutes. I have a whole nother show ready to go, guys. Okay. So we'll see you in a few minutes. Don't go nowhere. We're running fucking bangers at $1, guys. We love you guys. I'll see you in 10 minutes, okay? Peace. Let's see. We're gonna rate somebody for now. Just for like 5 minutes. And then I need y'all to come back. Come back, guys, okay? Love you guys.